And we're live!
And we are live! Good evening, magical wizards and absolute disaster lizards. And welcome to Chromatic Chimera, where the story is made up and the XP don't matter. Joining me today are Chris as Krukazel, the Dragonborn Druid, Abigail as Nettle, the Halfling Paladin, Lucy as Cat, the Azamar Rogue, Ryan as Gray, the Tiefling Warlock, Megan as Rosalind, the Huan Ti Pureblood Warlock, and Sam as Mouse, the Tiefling Ranger Cleric. Don't forget, if at any point you want to give someone inspiration, choosing 300 bits, we'll give it to them. Just tell us who. They're going to need it tonight. And we are still doing Chromatic Koala, so if you want to, all your bits and stuff are going to go to wires and the effort to help restore wildlife in Australia post-fires. And without any further ado, let's do that recap that Sam was so gracious to record for us in character.
It's not going. Ad-lib, Alex.
All right, so
Bam!
technology. So last time in SteamSpell, the group met Deacon, the shifty tiefling merchant, who had a lot of magic items in his property for sale. And he also had armor from the Dark Eaters of Kyre, which was like a historical note because they were heretics, allegedly. Anyway, so after some shopping, the party bought a whole ton of potions.
I fixed it.
Oh. Never mind then.
That's okay, my recap didn't include any of that.
And it'll make you sad.
Dear Sancha, I never thought that I would, or could, feel homesick for the city that always reminded me that I was not welcome. But right now I would give almost anything to be back in Weidenhaven with you. Any place but here in this dark, narrow tower. I hate it. I hate these biomancers who have twisted the people here to their unnatural ways. Who have twisted Jade's heart to follow them, to become this horrible person. He is here, like Muertos' soul said he would be when Roz questioned it. We snuck into the spire through the sewers, with help from Lady Sophia, Duke Gedron's own daughter. She wants to spare what bloodshed she can, and seems to agree that her father has been corrupted by these biomancers. Her father is convinced there is some sort of impurity in his blood that must be cleansed. Well, it sure sounds like I am back home at least. While we were in the sewers, we found a bunch of cells where the biomancers keep their experiments. One of them was an elf woman named Ashlyn. She used to help with the experiments on Cat. Now she is an experiment. Cat let her go, but I could see the hate in her eyes. She did not want to. I am glad she did. That would not have been a proper hunt or a good death. Cats did not spare everyone, though. We fought a massive tentacled creature we learned was called Prototype 1. Ashlyn was labeled Prototype 7. She had scales across her body. Then we found Prototype 2. He was a twisted creature, furred and scaled, some fusion of dragon and lycanthrope. He said he was Branson's child, a criminal given to him to reform. He was a dwarf once. He said he was in pain, terrible pain. He asked us to stop it, so Cat did. I know that I am supposed to hunt unnatural creatures and that the biomancers create such things, but when those creatures are people, whether criminal or innocent, it is not right unless they have hurt someone. Prototype 2, Vuller, he did not hurt anyone. He was kind when he spoke. Maybe we could have found a way to help him, eased the pain at least. We will never know now. He will be another to avenge when my arrows find this Dr. Branson, who has hurt so many under the guise of helping them. Dr. Branson is the one who tormented Cat. He sent Muertos after her. He is the one giving Jade his orders now. Oh, Sancha, we found him. Jade, Or he found us. There was a room. A terrible room full of bodies. Copies of Jade's body. It was how he tricked us back at the camp. I tried to convince him to stop what he is doing, but he would not listen. He did not care about hurting my friends. Or hurting me. He says he is doing all of this for me, that Dr. Branson has promised him immortality so he can always watch over me, but Sancha, that does not make sense. How could he watch me nearly die at the hand of Muertos and say he does this to keep me safe? Jade thinks the biomancers can cure anything, any disease, prevent death. He wants Dr. Branson to treat me. Sancha, I will join the Great Hunt before I let these monsters mutilate me, pretending to help. I do not understand how he cannot understand. I know Jade has not always been kind to others, but others have not often been kind to him, to us. He has done what he needed to survive, to help me survive. He saved my life so many times ever since Mama and Papa died. Every day for years, never asking for anything in return but that I just pull my own fate. He never gave up on me. How can I give up on him now? My brother, my twin, we are all we have left. Sancha, I know it is a fool's task, but I have to try just once more to sway him from this path. If he does not see the right way after, well, I will do what I must. To keep the Star Touched safe. To keep myself from the hands of these monsters. I know that I may not succeed. I know I may never leave this awful tower alive. But I also know I will be doing my duty to the Black Coats and to Marlfax if I take as many of these biomancers with me as I can. No matter who they are. If this is my last letter, Sancha, thank you. Thank you for showing me that I could be more than a stain on the city streets. Thank you for giving me a home and something more to fight for. Thank you for believing in me. Good hunting, always. Mouse.
3, 2.
And we're back.
Welcome back.
Well, most
All right.
of us.
Well, Megan will be right back. So great job. Thank you so much, Sam, for the wonderful recap. It does make me feel a little bad. Only a
Good,
little
you should.
bit. Only a little bit.
Mission accomplished.
So where we really left off the party was they had just you find yourselves running from the small contingent of armored soldiers who were to pursue you, but the echoing sounds of guns firing off and the terrified yelps of soldiers echo within the halls of the spire as you hear steel clatter and the sounds of fighting. Lights flash brilliantly from the room behind you as Corvus is taking on a small contingent of soldiers alone. And you are within the halls of the spire. There's soldiers just running by you chaotically as they're rushing to help their comrades who you don't even know what's going on. You just hear fighting in the room behind you. What would you like to do at this point, Star Touched?
Oh, geez.
We're trying to find the head honcho, right? That's our plan.
Yes, the Duke.
Well, I bet up is going to be the place he would be.
Yeah.
We should hurry.
Is everybody doing okay?
Yeah.
Am I doing okay? That's a
Do you
very
mean,
good question.
yeah, emotionally or physically? Can you scope this, please?
Well, I don't have emotional healing spells, so I guess physically.
Mm,
I could use a quick top up
All right.
if you're offering.
I am. Okay, I'll give you Cure Wounds. See how that goes.
Thank you.
Let's roll high. Technique.
Come on.
8 hit points. Not a lot.
Well, better than what I had before.
It's like half a hit. Enjoy.
Appreciate it.
Well, I do mean emotionally, but maybe now's not the time. I guess we keep going.
Yeah. Onwards.
So you continue moving about through the spire, and you do find eventually this massive staircase that just seems to just swirl upward into the spire. Soldiers are running around you. You hear the cacophonous rattle of gunfire from in the distance. You also hear cannons booming from the walls of the fortress, as well as cannons booming in the distance as Sir Gregor's army lays siege to the keep.
When you say we hear gunfire in the distance, do you mean like outside distance?
Yes. Yeah, like outside, like not
Good.
directed at you.
Okay.
Good, carry on.
Does anybody seem to be paying any minds to us? Or, like recognizing that we shouldn't necessarily be there?
From what you can see from all the soldiers that run by you, it's chaos. They're trying to like man the catapult, man the cannon, man this wall, bar this door.
Cool. Just
stuff
checking.
like that. It's kind of like absolute chaos. As long as like Nettle's not openly displaying her Knight of the Celestial Wolf
Right.
Symbolism, I think.
I am saving my disguise.
They don't know whose side we're on.
Yeah, they're just kind of
That's
like
my concern. Like if Mouse would feel like they needed to disguise themselves here.
like no one's like stopping and be like, who are those people?
Right. All right. Well, then we should hurry. Mouse is definitely keeping an eye open for any potential sign of Jade. I do still have a hunter's mark up, so.
What's the range on that?
Well, I mean, I already cast it, so now I can just get advantage on tracking him for like an hour.
Sure, survival check if you want to try and determine if he's around.
Just keeping an eye open. Oh wait, advantage. Ooh.
Ooh.
21.
21. So you're kind of observing the ground and you're looking around every soldier that seems to come running by, whether close or in the distance from you. You're checking, no signs of Jade.
Okay. Well, we should hurry. I still have my bow just ready. I'll stay in the back of the group.
All right.
Hurry to where? Do we know where we're going exactly? Did Sophia say?
I
we
think
get
we
directions?
there were no directions. But this
Just
place,
generally up until we find the most ornate doors.
the spire is very tall and very fortified. So my guess is he would be as high as he could get to make it harder for anybody to get to him.
Oh, you think he's so high right now? Let's get higher then.
Pulls
Up
out
we go.
Brekik.
You know what'll make this fight better? Hallucinations.
Me and Raz are
Tripping
slaying
balls.
demons in the background.
Yeah, we're
Side
gonna
note.
try to keep going up. Oh, sorry,
All right.
Lucy, were you gonna say something?
I was just to say, like, Kat is staying with Rosalind. She is beside Rosalind, and she's not moving from beside Rosalind.
Fair. Anyone else got anything they'd like to add before going upward?
Mouse, yeah, I'm gonna take the time while we're running, just to cast Good Berry now and stuff them in my pocket.
Perfect. What do your good berries look like?
Right now they just look like really, really nice, plump, like blueberries.
Perfect.
Peak of blueberry season.
Perfect. So you begin hustling up the stone stairs that seem to just spiral upward. You pass by all sorts of rooms and doors and platforms that serve as a sort of like floor that leads to other rooms. As you're ascending the staircase, that's winding upwards. It seems to almost be an eternity climbing these stairs. Glass torches hum, giving off a soft, glowing blue light from the walls. The wind howls outside as the echoes of battle can be heard from below. Almost out of nowhere, suddenly, something strikes the spire and causes it to shake violently. as it seems a cannon shot collides into its side. I need everyone to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Starting us off right away.
Wow.
Dude, that just went on my
Wow.
fish tank.
New decoration.
That's a 1.
That's a 9.
They get those ones out now,
That's
kiddos.
just a 12.
13.
I rolled a 2.
All
Just
right.
a 12.
So a
Felt like
9.
a 7.
18.
Everyone except for Gray goes tumbling into a doorway. You just fall into this doorway. The door opens violently. You almost smash it open, all of you, stumbling into this room, and it looks like you're in bed chambers of some sort. There's a fancy canopy bed with yellow and black sheets. There's a little desk on the side, some dressers and armoires, wardrobes, and a little candle flickers on the desk. On the desk, there's an inkwell and a pen, a quill, and there appears to be a piece of paper on the desk.
I want to go look at it.
All right, anyone else?
There's nobody in the room that we see, though, yeah?
There's no one in this room.
It's
Oh.
for
Detect-
sure trapped. So
Detect
okay.
magic. Detect magic.
There doesn't appear to be any magic in the room, but you do, Roz, as you're like panning around the room, you see a portrait, a very fine painted portrait.
Of?
It depicts a man in regal attire. He wears robes with like a sun-like symbol on them. He looks majestic, has a well-groomed mustache, and he stands with a rather divine-looking woman, a very almost platinum hair, bright silver eyes, and he has standing with him four children. One of them with a chestnut-colored hair similar to the hair color of Sophia, looks like a very young Sophia, and a boy and 2 other girls who share more in common with the divine-looking woman than the regal-looking fella.
Is that our guy that we're here to murder?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess so.
I'm checking his desk.
All right, Kat, you find a piece of paper that is written on. It seems to be stained with some sort of fluid.
Ew.
You're not. And that is in your handouts now. Feel free to open that. And it is a note. It appears it's a note written by the Duke himself.
Give me a second. I put my sins to writing so that the gods may know that I, Osiris Gedrin, Duke of Balin, rightful heir to the blood of the first king, did what I had to. My beloved Akira Uriel said it was I who was destined to guide the land through the dark fall ahead. I am to rally and unite, and I know Balin and the blood of the first king shall be restored to their old glory. Though to achieve this, I had to do what some may consider unthinkable. My son Corvus, my dear boy, was but a great price I had to pay for the promise of Dr. Branson. He offered me what none other could, to purify my very blood, to make certain that only the true blood of kings and dragons flows through my veins and pass it on. My blood is to be pure and shall not carry the taint of lesser lines. Only the Yormouth blood shall remain. Corvus, you are but a price to pay and a plan far beyond our purview. I hope and pray the gods will show you this. Perhaps Akira may be able to tell you someday. I write my sins so I may be absolved when Aor judges my soul, so that even the gods under Kavar's reach understand this is my fate, this is my destiny. Akira, whichever heavenly realm you may be, I hope you can see all that I am doing to ensure the fate you told me of. I hope you are proud of me.
Go ahead and, are you reading this to everyone?
Yeah.
I need history checks on Yormoth bloodline, and, well, everyone knows Kovar is the god of light in his pantheon, and that's like the god Kovith worships to a very crazy degree.
That was just a 7.
19.
Another 13.
19 for Kat. Anyone else?
13.
13 for Roz.
Raised.
5. I'm
5.
not rolling well.
All right, Kat. The Yormoths are often referred to as the first kings. They were the noble line that had the only ones to ever unify the continent of Maywick under one rule. That line came to a swift and bloody end when the Dreadlords invaded the realm before the Sunless Era. It's a big deal that Gedrin is claiming to be of that, to have that ancestry.
Cool. That word, Darkfall, makes me nervous.
That's a religion check for anyone who wants to know about that.
I think I have a guess. Let's see if I know. I don't know a whole lot about religion.
17.
17. Kirk Hazel just gives
13.
up. 13. Anyone else? So, Mouse, you've heard of the Darkfall. Sancha mentioned it. It's kind of like in stories and whatnot. It's kind of like an end times. Sancha told you dwarves refer to this time as Ragnarok, the final battle.
I'm so scared.
Okay. Well, I will relay that to my companions. It is some kind of dwarfen myth, like the end of the world kind of thing.
Oh, end of the world is not good, and we should stop it.
I don't know if that is really happening. At least not, the way that the Duke seems to think so.
Yeah, I would agree with you. I think maybe the Duke was not thinking clearly.
It doesn't seem 100% seen, just going by the state of this lecture here. So a bit rambly in kind of a zealous way that makes me nervous.
Question for you guys. Do we know those other two ladies are in that picture beside Sophia?
Didn't Sophia say she had siblings?
And the guy, I don't know.
She
Just
did
wondering if we know who
mention
they are.
Her
She has
step
said she had
siblings with
sisters.
the Duke's first wife, I guess, or stepwife.
That must be them.
That is correct. Sophia told you under the Zone of Truth
Yeah.
that she had two half-sisters named Melaine and Serana.
They don't look familiar at all.
They do not look familiar at all.
And a Corvus.
Yeah, is that Corvus?
Corvus is not in this painting.
How old does Sophia and these other girls look? Can we sort of tell how old, they, or how long ago this was painted?
It was probably painted a while ago. Sophia looks decently young in it.
Okay, so then the other two girls would be grown.
Yeah, so that would probably, using logical conclusions, that Duke Gendron's been doing this, made this deal a long time ago.
Right. Okay, well, we should keep moving, I guess. Is there anything else we need to do in this room?
Unless you want to search it, but I kind of want to get a move on.
Yeah, we need to
I
hurry.
think so. We should hang on to this letter, though.
Yeah, I'll stuff it in my bag, where I
Okay.
kept my collection of anything that mentions Dr. Branson and or biomancers. Just all of it.
Ah, yes, because
I have a file.
that fat payout from the Inquisitor, that's right. Stacks.
Well, also vengeance. Also personal vengeance.
Personal vengeance is
Also, Cat's
priceless.
Batman files.
Yeah, it's my conspiracy board.
Providing evidence of heresy, 500 coins. Vengeance.
Was that relayed to everybody yet or not? I know Gregor told Roz that. I don't know if everybody else knows.
Yeah, I thought that was
There's a
what
reward.
everyone was
Roz?
made aware.
Yeah, we know.
I just couldn't remember. Okay,
Okay.
well, let's get going. Mouse will continue to stay in the rear. Keeping an eye out.
Chris!
That's my first contribution this session.
Did you just roll 3 nat ones in a row?
I rolled a 1, a 1, and a 2.
Things are looking up for you, Chris.
Does well.
It's 3 test rolls before stream were 18, 18, 18,
Mhm.
so...
Yeah.
Dang,
What did I
those
say?
are good ones.
It's a good dice, really balanced.
I want to send Fang ahead as
Okay.
we're going, since they're a lot faster. and they can scream at me telepathically if they see anything.
All right, so Fang is flying through the corridors of the spire, going upward. Fang does find some very ornate doors. It's like there are two dragons etched into the side of the doors. A large sun is in the middle of the doors where they would close together, and there's like a heavenly host carved into the very ornate, very large door.
Well, that
guys,
seems like where we're going.
Yeah, I'll grab Cat. Guys, Fang found some real fancy pants doors, like real hoity-toity. I think this might be where we want to go.
Oh, that seems promising then.
Sounds like a safe bet to me.
We go that way.
So you climb the stairs for a long time again, and you're so high up that even in the wind, the spire feels like as if it's swaying. You reach to the top to these doors, these two very ornate doors.
Okay, I've read about this. They make the foundation in such a way where it's okay if it sways, the building won't fall down.
I hope so. Mouse is really, really pale, and kind of sweating a lot.
Swaying is natural in skyscrapers. It needs to happen or else the building will get blown in half.
Okay.
A lot of engineering in the halfling schools.
I was gonna say all them skyscrapers back in Acorn.
Sprocket.
Nettle was probably educated about building tall buildings by Sprocket, who is an engineer.
I'm like right behind Nettle, like ready to catch her, but also letting her have her independence.
So the door lies before you, in wait.
Is it magical at all?
It does not appear to be magical.
Not to my detect magic?
Nope.
Okay.
I try and open it.
But there's stuff behind the door. Some lights, and there's a large concentration of it in a humanoid figure sitting in appears to be a chair.
Oh, there's stuff going on here, guys. I think we should be ready.
Should I open the door?
Can we hear anything?
I mean, we have to
through
open the door to go inside, so yes.
I open the door.
Okay, never mind.
Check for traps at least.
Yeah, the rogue isn't gonna check for traps. Okay.
I'm dumb and angry.
You push the door,
Fair.
and it scrapes against the stone ground. And as you're opening the door, you see before it a red carpet that extends deep into this chamber. You open these ornate doors, and the door landings on a soft, bright red carpet. The carpet is draped over a stone floor. More aether lights are placed into pillars that support the high ceiling of this room that stretches upward, almost taller than you could ever imagine with how high up you are. Majestic tapestries and sparkling chandeliers hang from this tall ceiling, twinkling like little starlight in this bright room. The pillars cast stretching shadows upon the floor as large stained glass windows send the morning sunlight into the room. Two massive angelic statues flank a center platform that is raised above the ground. The platform, and in the platform, inlaid in bricks in a mosaic, is the pattern of a sun. The angels hold downward-facing swords that shimmer in the light, streaming in from the amber stained glass windows. Chris, this is a good time to take us to roll 20, bud.
You got it.
The red carpet leads to a staircase to a circular elevated platform at the center of the room. And at the far end of this room is a large platform with pillars on its corners. At the end of it sits a haggard figure, slumped in this throne. They wear baggy, tattered robes, their long gray hair trailing from a spiked crown. Guards and knights clad in shining metal armor stand at the ready as the doors are opened unexpectedly. This is the throne room. You approach slowly, and the guards slowly begin to make their way towards you. And you notice one of them is holding a large cylindrical object that they lift and point towards you. The Duke gazes upon you from his weathered, emaciated, sunken face peering out from behind a hood and the thick robes. He extends a sickly hand. Who are you? Who sent you?
Nobody important. We were just dropping by, touring the area. This looks like a nice place, but maybe this wasn't the right door. We should just be going.
I know everyone who steps foot in my spire.
Then why did you ask us?
Yeah, what's my name then?
I don't know your name, but it appears Sir Gregor has sent rats into my keep. I am Duke Osiris. The blood of the first king flows in my veins. I am the Dragon of Maywick. Guards. And he extends his like the sickly, like bony hand. Seize them. Perhaps Perhaps we can hold them for ransom to end this siege.
Okay.
Roll for initiative.
Switch the roll 20 view, Alex.
Thank you.
I got a natural 20.
Now.
Now Chris
19.
rolls a nat 20.
I did
this is
a
a big
thing.
room.
All right, Krazel is...
21.
Alex has to open up a ton of stat
Just
blocks.
a
Hold up.
13 for Mouse. I rolled so bad.
All right.
I get like a sweet initiative bonus, so that's really not good for Mouse.
I was going to say, like, that's like you rolling a 1.
Almost. I rolled a
Alright.
5.
That die is going in the dice jail.
All right. Alex has to open a lot of stat blocks, so bear with him.
You've done this to yourself, sir.
Oh, I
It's not my
did.
fault.
Oh, I did. I did. I know what I did.
I love just the mental image of everybody standing and like watching Cat barge in, like,
So yeah, party, feel free to like place yourself at the end of the platform, not near the doors, so we don't have people like trying to, you know, do that unfortunate thing where they're trying to run forward and it's like, I can't even reach the fight in 3 turns.
I'm gonna be right at the top of the stairs.
You
ready to
did
start.
this.
I need
You
a
did
book.
this to
Fuck
us.
am I?
I need Xanathars, please.
Champion D desires storm.
I
how
also
high
got
up
a
are
nat-
the stairs?
The stairs are a few feet up, maybe like 10.
I cast
Okay.
Divine Steed.
So we need to pretty much get up top to be able to like see anything.
No, you can see from the ground below.
Where's
still.
Gunboy? Which one's
Gun-
Gunboy?
Gunboy is up here on the bridge to
Okay.
the throne.
I can't.
I've got my eye on him.
Bard's got a 10.
Does anyone know
Hey,
power
Rose.
word kill?
Oh yeah, hang on.
What about power word friendship? Can we
Power word friendship.
Power word cuddle.
That's my
Yes.
new spell.
The excellence was last night.
Yeah, this
My
is
bad.
not the excellence. Get out of here with that wholesome
No.
stuff.
Wrong system.
Hold on.
Oh,
Sorry, bear with me,
boy.
folks. I've been rolling a lot of initiative. Oh, man.
How are you today, audience? How are you?
Yeah, let's
Talk
just talk
about
about
you.
you.
Yeah, what's
Yeah.
what's
How's
it
happening
going,
with the
friend?
audience? How's it
All
going?
of you.
How's it going?
Thank
y'all?
you so
talk
much for
about
coming to
you?
witness this
Yes.
TPK. We really appreciate it.
This
Thank you for all of
absolute
the
slaughter.
It's always
all
good
the
to have your
bits.
last moments observed.
Thank
You
you
had
for
a-
all the
you had
lovely bit
snacks?
donations, everybody.
Yeah,
Mhm.
save the koalas.
Yes. Beamer, thank you for the inspiration. I am sure Mouse will need it.
Oh, you will.
You're
If-
frightened.
It's
I hope you all
okay.
have
All of the enemies are rolling like absolute garbage on their
You
initiative
say that
right
now.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
just
there you
initiative.
go, Duke. There you go, Duke.
No.
You got this, buddy.
Why are you happy?
No, fuck that guy.
Don't be
No,
happy.
fuck
Fuck
him!
that guy in particular.
Rand, power word
alright.
stabilized brain
I
chemistry.
still need
Honestly,
Cat,
I wish.
Gray, and Nettle's initiatives.
16.
All right.
8.
With confidence.
I mean,
Nettle is 8, and Cat was 19, correct?
Yes.
4th level spells suck. Give me 5th level, am I right, Alex?
Oh yeah, 5th level spells are sweet. You're trying to. I see you. Kat, what's your? I'm gonna guess your Dex modifier is higher than the Duke's. We're gonna just.
It's a 4.
Yeah, we're gonna. Yeah, okay. So and these guards have actually moved closer during that conversation, and so has Robute and the Silver Sentinels next to the Duke.
Am I about to make a really fucking stupid decision that I told myself I wouldn't make?
All right, Kurkazel, you're up, buddy.
Probably.
Why aren't I up? I got a nat 20 as well.
Oh,
yeah,
you
go
did?
first.
All right,
Yes,
yeah, choose.
for
pick
a
amongst
total of
yourselves.
23. I will choose. These guys are advancing on us, right?
Yes.
Oh, but there's a sniper boy, and the last one.
He's not just a sniper. You'll find out what he does real soon.
I'm so fucking scared.
What is
Say
that
yes.
threat?
But I don't want to metagame.
Come on!
Not metagaming.
Not cool.
The last sniper boy we saw killed her sweet cat child, so I think that would immediately get her aggro. So she's gonna fire off 2 shots, pew pew at the pew pewer. So
Pew pew at the pew pewer. Go for
pew
it.
and a pew pew. Her first one's an 11.
No.
That one goes wide. It's fine. That second one, also an 11,
Oh.
doesn't do much better.
So,
Oh,
Roz, this scene is just something to behold. The light from the window, who knows what happened here, and just sending out your inky eldritch blast, and it's just going wide from this guy in armor holding this metal tube. Are you good? Do you
Well,
have any
those
other
are-
actions?
Yeah, those are some warning shots. You mind your business back there. And she will kind of cower a little bit behind Nettle. That is her turn.
All right.
Yeah.
Cowering behind Nettle is the right move. Excuse me, turn order. Why can't I say next? Kurkazel, you're up.
Okay, I'm really sorry. Will you give me a rundown of the bad guys again?
All right, so you-
stuff.
No, that's fine. You have 2 guards in plate armor, approaching you.
Okay.
They look to be like your standard knight type.
Okay.
You have a guy in the back who's wearing wearing what looks to be like half plate and is carrying a large metal cylinder. And then there's 2 near the rear. There are 2 others in very bright silver armor. And then there is someone who's wearing armor, and their helmet has like a little crown around it, and his armor is yellow, and he carries a halberd.
Okay, I'm gonna mutter under my breath and kind of look through my pockets, rifle through, and take out some old tree roots that are dried up and kind of broken down. And I'm gonna be like, I don't know why everyone doesn't lead with their strongest. And I'm gonna cast Blight at the snipey
Oh
boy.
shit!
Blight?
Yeah, so-
Nice!
Constitution
Kurkazel.
save.
Ooh.
That is a 22,
Yeah,
21.
whatever. Still
So he
half.
still takes half, yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was a good roll too. 12, 24 plus 7, so 31.
Alex.
So what does it look like when you cast Blight? Because that's some dark stuff.
Yeah,
for
so
Kurkazel.
so he's feeling a little desperate, and he looks down and he just kind of crushes the bitter, dried tree root in his hands, and from under the stairs, these like kind of graspy little black tendrils reach up and kind of just weave through this guy's body.
Sure. Do you invoke the name of Drakan, the dragon god of death, as you do this?
Now I do, yeah.
Is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
Yeah, so we're on a podium, right?
You're kind of like on a large like pedestal type formation. Yes.
I'll stay put for now.
All right, Kat, you're up. You have 2 guards in advancing on you, and the more enemies inbound.
First, can you send me what the Muertos' mask does? Because I can't find it.
Sure, I will send you that. The
Thank
Sojourner's Skull, you can use one of 3 properties: life, death, or purgatory. Life, you can gain 1d12 and temp hit points. Death, the next attack roll you hit deals an additional 1d6 necromancy, or purgatory. Roll a d100. On 100 or 1, every one of your allies that is within range of you, which is just, I said 60-foot radius, but basically any of your allies who can basically see you or are aware of your presence, are healed to full hit points.
Okay. Good to know. I'm gonna step in front of Rosalind,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna pull out my short bow. Yeah?
Okay.
Yeah, short bow, and fire at Gunman.
All right.
We hate this guy.
This party does not like
16
guns.
to hit.
No, fuck guns.
That will not hit. So
God damn it!
you fire your arrow, and your arrow just pings off of his armor. And he looks down. He's
Asshole. He can't have a huge weapon and an impossible armor class. Not fair.
with an 18 strength. Yes, he can.
This guy's nuts.
I don't
Anything
have
else?
Useful bonus actions at the moment.
All right, we'll go to the Duke then. Duke Gedrin stands up out of his chair and moves forward. I will see to it myself that you fall down and perish. And he is going to cast. Ooh, let's see.
No, he's
I-
Oh
not.
god, I'm so fucking
I need everyone to
Yeah.
make a Constitution saving throw against
Oh.
poison.
Jeez.
Against
I'm not good at
poison. Oops.
I say that for Rosalind.
Yes, thank you. Oh.
Well, I rolled a 2.
Yeah,
How's
10.
your nay?
Natural one.
Ooh.
Oh, we're all
Minus
dead.
2.
Well, +1 constitution.
Minus 2.
So 3.
Oh,
That's a negative one.
Ooh.
No.
16.
Okay.
I'm also, I have advantage against poison. I got 19.
All right. Gray, Nettle, Krukazel, what'd you get again?
10.
Can I use
Nope, you're not good.
evasion?
Thanks.
Or no?
No, you
Evasion?
can't. No, you cannot.
Not against a save.
God damn it!
Like a con save.
I
So,
need to actually write
welcome
down
to
what it
this. Welcome. So the Duke just says some words in Draconic, and sends forth from his hand. He kind of opens his hood and breathes out this mist, yellow, orangish, mustardy mist, and it descends upon the group as he casts Stinking Cloud.
Oh, shit.
So, it's gonna linger in the air for the next minute. So everyone who failed, you're gonna spend your action retching and reeling as this horrid scent burns in your nostrils. Anyone who doesn't need to breathe or is immune to poison, you automatically have succeeded. So everyone's just.
So mouses every day. Okay.
Oh, just real stinky in here. That's kind of gross.
Sorry.
Gray, you passed, so you are not retching.
Did we take damage from that?
No, it's not damage. It's just you're gonna have to use your
good.
action to retch and reel.
Can we still get our movement, or
You're gonna use your action to retch and reel.
so we should still have our movement?
You'll still have your movement, but you will not be
And-
able to attack.
Bonus
Yeah, that's
action?
fine.
Yeah, you're fine, Nettle. You're good.
No, but like everyone else, they also get a bonus action, right?
It doesn't.
Because it's just taking up their action.
Like, I don't know if I need to still like be paying attention to like what I'm going to do if I can't do anything.
This is where Alex wishes they were a little more specific with the spells.
Your choice then.
I'll say no because the idea of the spell is to take away your action.
Reasonable.
So Gray, you're up.
Okay, so centered on Doogie Duke, I'm going to cast Shatter.
What's the range on that? And at what level?
Excuse me while I actually get to roll 20 because I was like, what am I doing?
While you're doing that, did everybody just see what Kate shared?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you
Amazing.
so
I
much.
did not.
Thank
Our
you so
savior.
much.
Wow.
And-
The
Inspiration for
emus
everybody.
will love you.
So,
Oh, thank you
Forever.
so much.
so actually, I'm going to
Advantage for even the DM? Nice!
I don't think you factor in there. It's just enough for 6.
5, 10.
Let's not get carried away.
I'll take that inspiration though. Thank you so much,
We're
Kate.
very grateful.
Thank you.
Please
I'm
live.
saving
All right,
that
I'm
for my
gonna.
Please
I'm gonna
live,
take
thanks.
please
I
live
appreciate
thanks
it.
as not for Alex. Okay.
Maybe they
Please
wanted
live,
Duke
thanks.
Gedrin to live.
Not yet.
Not
No,
DM.
not the end. Thank you, Kate.
Yay!
I shall summon emus upon you. I love emus. They beat the Australian army. They're so great.
Emus are pretty cool.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Thank you for the inspiration.
There, now I
We're
can
gonna need
reach
it.
the Duke. So the Shatter is so technically that is at 4th level. Technically, that's what I am.
I need to know the radius range if you're centering it on the Duke.
10 feet.
10 feet.
radius.
So you'll hit this person, this person, this person, but not Rabute.
Yeah, that is fine.
All right. So Constitution saving throws.
Please. The to beat is a 15.
Let's see. The gunner got a 15 exactly. The Duke
Fuck you.
got
Gunner
a.
man.
The Duke failed, and the Silver Sentinel failed.
Okay, so 5d8.
SV, rat dragon.
The Rat Dragon,
She will save us all.
the true Deus Ex Machina.
I
That
do
was
worship
good.
dragons.
I want him as a pet. I love him.
That is 28 points of damage to everyone who didn't save, and 14 to everyone who did save.
All right. 28, you say. Okay. Just doing some quick math. Math was never my strong suit in school. Stay in school, everybody. Stay in school, kids. So Gray sends forth just this little whistling light that just and hits the ground, hits right on the Duke, and just sends forth stone and tile flying into the air as this shattering takes place. This loud crackling sound just sends, well, shockwaves outward. The Duke and everyone try to brace themselves for it, but they are unsuccessful in doing so, except for the gunner, who does. Anything else?
I believe the Duke has to make a concentration check on Stinking Cloud.
Yes, he does.
He needs to beat, if he took 28, I believe he needs to beat a 14.
And he will pass.
Damn. I tried.
He is able to maintain concentration. Is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
Nope, I'm done.
All right, Mouse, you're up. You are it's like you got sprayed with pepper spray. This scent is just is wreaking havoc on your olfactory layer.
This is not very good. So I cannot take any actual actions, but I'm going to try to move and make my way out of the cloud and to get better shot. So 5,
Go for
10, 15, 20, 25. I'm gonna hang out in this corner right here.
Okay.
And that will be all I can do this round because I get no action or bonus action.
Thank you, SV, for the
Oh,
inspiration
am I
for
still-
Rat Dragon.
Am I still in the stinking cloud, or did
No,
I
you
move
moved
enough
out
to
of
get
it.
out of it? Okay,
You're
just
good.
double checking.
Anything else
Okay.
you'd like to do with your turn?
Oh, that is all I can do, unfortunately.
The Silver Sentinels are up. They will advance forward 30 feet, as they do. Gray, I need you.
No.
Actually, they're one pulls out their sword, it lights up, and they point it at Gray. Nat 20 on a guiding bolt.
Oh.
Oh shit.
Ouch.
That's a stick in the old craw.
What were we saying about Alex rolling really well when it comes to
DMing, but as a player, I can't roll for shit. Yes, I know. +4, +2, +2, +2.
It's not SteamSpell if Alex doesn't get at least 2 or 3 crits per round or per
Honestly.
fight.
It's gonna be a short session, everyone.
42 points
The
of
rest of
radiant
this session
damage.
will be us making new characters.
Ooh!
Session 0.
That's actually cut in half for Grant.
Yes, I am
Fuck.
So wait, who did that hit altogether?
just Gray.
Just great. Okay.
So,
How much was it again?
42.
42 points
jeez.
of radiant.
So 21 for me.
Ooh.
Abby, weren't you supposed to take Alex's dice and get them cursed over the weekend? I don't.
The
One
other
job.
one. The
Good
other
job,
one,
Abby.
the other one will shout some words in Celestial, and some magic energy is gonna wash over Duke of Gedrin.
No.
Oh.
Well,
I don't
fuck.
like it.
Bummer.
And that will be their turn.
Thank
The
God
guards are up.
Thank God I am resistant to celestial. To
The
radiant
guards are
damage.
up. One's gonna head towards Gray, and the other one is gonna head towards Cat.
No.
Gray, I have 2 hits. I have a 12 and a 13.
Nope.
All right, so just and Gray, you duck under the sword. Cat, you're going to be under attack now. I've got a 10 and a 21.
One of those hit.
I'm guessing the 21 does.
Yeah.
Cat, you will take 10 points of slashing damage.
Oh my goodness.
So the guard runs up to you and just kind of you parry one of the blows with the sword, but he checks you with his shield and then stabs you with his sword.
Ow. How many times can I... Hold on 1 second. You continue. I'll let you know.
Nettle, it is your turn.
Finally!
I'm
Princess
going
of
to use my
Pain.
uncanny dodge on that one.
All right, go for it. Princess of Pain, do your thing.
Yes.
The most
I'm
wholesome
gonna-
characters in the Princess of Pain.
What?
Nothing, go ahead.
Oh, I'm gonna run up to the one in front of me. I'm wielding the great sword, and I'm gonna just like that.
Nice.
All right, go for it.
Working on it. Inspiration, please. Got that one. Okay, that's much better. Okay. Ooh, 22.
22 will hit.
Thank you for the inspiration. I used it immediately.
Hey, at least it gets used.
Right. 13 for the first one.
Okay.
8. The second one is going to be a 13.
That will not hit.
Dead. Okay.
So Nettle, you run forward and you
Yeah.
you run with your shield and you gut punch the guy with your shield, and then you come around and hit with your sword, and then you try to hit again, but he parries that blow with his own shield. Anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
Yell at him. Get
All
away
right.
from my friends. You leave us alone.
The
We're
storm
here to save the world.
the storm gunner is up, and the Duke says, "Go finish them." And
Fuck, shit, fuck.
I need Gray, Cat, Roz, and Crew Kazel to make a dexterity saving throw.
20. I did it.
Whatever this is, I'm using evasion. Dexterity, you say?
Yes.
18.
All right.
I got an 11, but I don't know how bad it's gonna be, so I don't want to use my inspiration yet. I'm gonna take it.
It could be bad. It could be bad.
If his
Well-
name is Storm Gunner,
I would be concerned.
Can I elect to
And
use my
Alex-
inspiration after you
Yes.
announce?
Yes, you may.
Alex found the need to warn us he'd be here beforehand, so I'm scared.
I have done research on. Gray, what'd you get?
of course I was muted. 16.
All right. Anyone who got a 16 or lower, you're good. Anyone else who failed?
Being above.
You said or lower. I was really
Oh,
worried.
16
for
or
that.
above. My bad. Anyone who didn't, you take 26 points of piercing damage. The gunner kind of just saunters forward and just
Everybody?
no, just anyone in the line. Nettle wasn't in the line.
Okay. You scared me.
Just unloads a barrage of bullets that just and Gray and Cat are ducking under the bullets, and Roz, you end up taking a few bullets. Oh, you end up
Use
the
my
bull-
inspiration?
the bullets are about to hit you.
Matrix style.
You matrix the hell out of it, and Crew Kazel,
I'd
just
like
rub
to
a little
billowing
ice.
cape them.
You use your billowing cape to reflect the bullets. Perfect.
Gray, me, and Roz all ducked and they all hit Cricket.
Yep.
Robute is up. And Robute, let's see what is Robute gonna do? Robute is going to dash. Just to go help his men. He starts running for my father, the true king of the land. And he's
Can I,
in his
take
armor.
attack of opportunity on him as he passes?
He did the old. He ran from here. He used the diagonal space to evade from you.
Oh, rude.
Rosalind, we are back at the top of the order with you.
Okay, she's going to try to do what she did before, but more better this time. Like, actual hurt pain caused, ideally. So she will go pew pew number 1. That's a 9. That's even worse. She curses to herself. Why can't I? My fingers are shaking. And she does it again. This time she got an 18.
That'll hit.
All right, 10 points of force damage on Blasty Boy.
So Roz, you just one of your Eldritch blasts. Rabute actually catches it with his halberd, just and then the other one hits the gunner, just, and his armor kind of becomes unlatched. You can see he's bleeding from the arm.
Roz is going to turn to Fang, who is currently perched on her shoulder, just barely missing a bullet last time. And be like, Fang, go up, cat! And Fang will go, and then swing around to the other side here. I don't think it'll count as flanking, but they will do a help action against this bad boy here. So whoever attacks it next will get advantage.
That will definitely be Cat. Krukazel, you're up, unless Krukazel attacks.
Yeah. I'm going
Can
to...
some of us still not breathe?
Oh, yeah. Can I breathe?
Yeah, I thought you passed, didn't you?
I honestly don't remember.
You can breathe, whatever.
No, you know what? I failed. I do remember. So, can I move still?
Yeah, you can move, you just won't be able to cast.
Okay, so I'm going to move 30 feet this way.
All right.
And
Perfect.
That's my turn.
Cat, you're up.
Well, I can't breathe.
So you won't be able to attack.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to get out of it. I'm just going to step forward so I'm flanking that guy with Fang.
All right, you're just Israel stepping forward.
No. I'm sorry, Alex. Point of order. Do those gentlemen also need to make saving throws against the stinking cloud?
They are just outside of it.
Okay. I wasn't sure where exactly it is.
It was like centered here-ish, if I remember correctly. Like, because Krukazel and Mouse were back here, Duke was trying to hit everybody with it. So the Duke is up. All right. The Duke is going to use a spell.
Asshole.
Let's see. Let me check if he might have to move. Yeah, he's gonna have to move forward first. He's gonna move up behind the gunner. He's gonna pick Cat and Nettle.
Coward.
I need you both to make a dexterity saving throw.
And what kind of damage is this?
It's going to be acid.
Bitch. 17.
Dirty 20.
You both
How many
pass.
times in a turn can I use evasion?
The Duke's eyes flash for a second, this bright green, and just and this like ball of acid comes sailing through the air and lands between you and Nettle, but you're both like, duh! And you're able to dodge out of the way of the acid splash. Gray, you're up.
Okay. Completely ignoring the gentleman at my side, I'm going to toss an Eldritch Blast at the Storm Gunner and at the Duke.
All right.
First one is for Storm Man. That is a 19.
That'll hit.
Second one is for Dookie. That is also
Nice.
a 19.
That'll hit.
Okay.
God
First
damn.
one,
Dookie.
First one is a 9 for Storm Gunner.
Alrighty.
And then a 4 for the Duke. And you know how my Eldritch Blasts work. 10
Yes.
back, 10 down.
So you send out this radiant energy. They both get hit and are sent flying back. There's sabatons and shoes skidding on the ground. Yes, fun fact, sabaton's the foot part of the armor, for those who are not aware of armor terms. I wouldn't expect.
Really good band.
Great band, yeah, great metal band. Anything else with your turn?
Who is looking hurt right now out of us? Raise your hand if y'all are hurt.
I'm okay.
Okay. I think I have taken the most damage thus far, so. I'm done.
Mouse,
I'm
you're
above
up.
half.
And you can breathe again.
Yeah.
Fresh air.
Okay, and at least all of our people are still up. I am. Master sort of grits their teeth, takes one look around the room, and, not seeing any sign of Jade, of course, will, recast Hunter's Mark, onto the Duke.
Good, good.
So, wait, no, hold on, I was about to, I was going Warlock for 1 second, but yeah, he has Hunter's Mark now, and I'm going to make both my attacks at him.
Go for it.
With my bow. That is a 24 to hit the first one. That's gonna be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 magical.
All right.
And do I want to just go all out?
Yes.
Fuck it. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it now. I'll activate my kill ability for a 3d6 extra damage.
Yes.
Woo!
Let's see. That's just an 8. I didn't roll super great.
That's still extra damage. And when you hear, so does Mouse say the words kill when they activate the ability?
You know what? Yeah, sure they do. And their bow just sort of glows with this crackling black energy.
And you hear the voice of Marlfax. I am with you, my dear hunter.
Oh, okay. Well, that's as great because that's, sort of very much bolsters the resolve, as I imagine. We can also still kind of feel the spire shaking from, the combat. Yeah. Mouse was pretty much already about to be throwing up before that stinking cloud ever happened. And that is an 18 to hit on the second attack.
Ooh, yeah. Woo-wee.
Clutch. 7, 8, 9, 10, 15 magical piercing.
So as you are turning the Duke into a pincushion, your arrow's just finding purchase. He's not wearing armor. He's just wearing these robes. And you see this just sickly colored blood just beginning to seep into the robes. Is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
Right now, I will just move a few more feet away from my party, in case I become the target of another big old splash attack.
Good old AoE.
Yeah.
And the Duke turns to the Silver Sentinels and he says, Go now, get the green one.
Oh.
And they're just they say, with pleasure, your majesty. And they're going to move. They're going to move. And this one is going to, Mouse, I need you to make, where's the spell I'm looking for? There we go. I need a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. That is going to be 23.
Nice. Uh-oh, dropped the die.
Also, thank you, Beamer. Concentration check for the stinking cloud when you get a chance.
Ah, yes. He passes the first time around. Last time's a fail. Stinking cloud dissipates.
Thank you,
Mouse.
Mouse.
You're going to take half of 10, 21, 26, 8, 30, 31, 31, and 15 of it's fire, and 16 of it is radiant damage.
Wait,
So you'll take half of 15 then.
half of 15 and then the full 16, right?
Yes, so 23 total.
Oh my lord.
The Silver
Oh,
Sentinal
boy.
holds her sword like this, and she's just like,
Fuck, man.
Sovereign and Alabaster, be with me. And this
Hey!
column of light comes pouring in from the window, and you,
Oh, actually,
On our side.
and
That's our
you-
deity.
That's
And
my
you-
mother.
and you begin to be, you feel
Great,
yourself
call your
being
mom.
seared by this flame strike. The other one's going to move forward.
Okay,
Flame
well,
strike?
thank
You
God
kidding
for
me?
that fire resistance. I'm at 17 now.
And the other one is going to step forward and is going to cast, will shout some words in Celestial as it becomes as she becomes surrounded in radiant energy.
Hunter's Mark drops. That's concentration.
You got it. And with that, the guards are up. The first guard is going to attack Nettle.
No.
Nettle does a... what's the math? 21. Hit. Nettle. Abby.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Abby, I couldn't... You might need to adjust your mic. 11.
Damage? Sad.
Yeah, 11 damage.
Okay.
That's a nat 1. What would you like to do with this guard attacking you?
I want to trip him.
All right.
I'm gonna push him.
So the guard hits you once, slashing the sword like across their chest, hitting you. But then they get overconfident and make the wrong step. And you remember Sir Gregor told you to capitalize on this moment, and you bull rush him with your shield, knocking him to the ground.
Prone. Yes.
Gray, you're now under attack by one of the guards.
Technically, that'll be an advantage, Alex, because I got hit with a guiding bolt.
Yeah, you're correct. Thank you. That will be a 22 to hit with the first one.
Sure will.
That is 6 points of 6 points of slashing damage, and the second one will miss. Just hits you once, and then they try to grab you to get a good killing strike on you, but you're able to duck out of the way of that.
No.
Nettle up.
Okay. I'm just gonna keep attacking that one in front of me.
All right.
Am I flanking?
You have help from Fang.
Fang.
Your first one will be at advantage.
Okay. I rolled 2 4s.
Ooh.
11.
Nope.
16?
Nope.
Oh.
So Nettle, you're striking and you're just hitting the armor, not finding purchase in this guard's armor. Is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
Fine.
Crying's a free action.
Is he prone?
Oh, he is prone, you're right. So you would get the advantage on the second one. Nettle did just knock him prone from the failed.
22.
That'll hit.
You know what? I'm gonna smite with this one.
Go for it.
Do it.
Smiting
Do
at
it.
1d8.
2d8 for the first level spell slot.
Your
Plus
hair
one
looks
d-
really pretty, Abby, by the way.
Plus 1d8 for every additional level spell slot.
So 9, 14, 21. Take that.
So Nettle, your sword. So you see him on the ground and you step on him in the name of the astral star, and your sword glows with the power of the moonlight, and you drive it down into this guard on the ground. He's like, oh!
Take that.
And you rip a hole in his armor with that. Rabute's up and sees that you just like dunked on his buddy and is going to attack you with reach, Nettle. Nat 1 for Rabute!
Ow!
What would you like to do about that, Nettle?
Banana peel. Woo!
So, Kat, you see Rabute is ignoring you because you were just, reeling over, coughing. And as he goes to make his attack against Nettle, you make a quick little spin kick to knock him prone, and he falls. By my father! Oh! And he is also prone now. Rosalind, you are up.
What is Shooty Boy doing? Still just hanging out, being intimidating and scary?
Shooty Boy is hanging out, looking intimidating and scary, yes.
I still just feel like he's the scariest big bad. I will scoot over a little bit to get a better view. And I will give a couple more pew-pews. First one is an 11, which does nothing. Nope. Second one is an 18 again.
That'll hit.
12 points of force damage.
Describe your kill for me.
Ha! Oh, I don't... You know I'm not big on describing kills. It hits him. He gasps and falls down.
So, Rosalind, you have the card, and you're flipping the card, and you charge your cursed card that you can't be rid of with magical energy, and you throw it, and it just spins with that inky energy trailing behind it, and you just sever the Storm Gunner in half. And he drops the gun to the ground as he just...
Roz pauses for a moment, and then she goes, "Fuck yeah, practice space perfect! Fang, keep doing the thing!" And Fang will chirp again and do another help action, and that is my turn.
Kruk Hazel, DDS, you're up.
I'm going to look at the Duke and Alex. Tell me if this does not... Well, first of all, I'm going to take a bonus action to chug my Newt's Vigor and get 25 temp hit points.
Hell yeah. Also, Kate's and D8s, thank you so much for the bits. Everyone has inspiration again.
Yes.
Oh, double inspiration!
Thank you, Kate.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I assume the donated inspiration stack, because donated.
Yeah, we'll say they stack.
So, Alex, tell me if this does not happen, but what I would like to do is I would like to look at the Duke, and I would like to say, Duke, if I may be so bold, there are several dragons in Maywooked, and by the end of the night, you will not be one of them. And and on the interior of the thing, there's just giant shadowy dragon wings, and I am going to cast Ice Knife at 3rd level at his face.
Yeah, you can do that.
Snap.
That was badass. One-liners for days.
Good hit too. That's 23.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Okay,
Yes.
Dex save, please.
That is a 13.
That fails. Okay, hold on.
Kruk Hazel putting in that work.
That's 22 piercing damage, and then 7 cold damage on top of it.
Hey, Kruk Hazel.
Yes.
Describe your kill, my friend.
I want to have one of these shadowy dragon wings descend onto him and just put both of their hands around his head and just have it explode from ice knives from the inside. Very gruesome, and I want to go home, so I'm tired.
As you do this, Kruk Hazel, and your turn ends.
Oh no.
Beware that you've been seeing messages coming up this episode regarding content warnings, and if you are not a fan of gore and body horror, now is the time to mute.
Everybody run!
Let's go! Get out!
Alright, gotta scroll down through my notes. Duke Osiris, after you just blew apart his head, begins to convulse and jerk around violently. Skin tears from his body as he begins to metamorphose into something else. His skull, which is exposed from Kruk Hazel's blast, begins to elongate as skin begins to form over it. His spine spikes out of his back violently. 2 wings grow and spurt out from his back in a shower of jibs and gore. His arms and legs elongate with the sounds of snapping bones and cracking joints. He grows a tail, and he takes on a form that is a mockery of a dragon, howling in agony as this occurs. Unlike a dragon, though, he doesn't have scales. His bones and sinew and muscles are exposed as he lets out a gurgling sound that resembles a roar. And he says, as he's just metamorphosing, See, I have the blood of dragons. I will save this realm. I am unstoppable. And I need everyone to make a wisdom saving throw upon witnessing this horrifying sight. And all the soldiers and guards will, and Robute as well.
18.
17, 18.
21.
16.
21. 16.
I'm assuming this isn't a magical effect. This is just an oh my god, what the fuck is this effect?
Yeah, this is a oh dear god.
Oh, yeah, is this against being frightened or no?
Yes, it is against being frightened.
Oh, cool.
Hey.
Go Nettle. This is I shouldn't have eaten before this fight.
25.
25. Anyone who got... Oh, that's in my other notes. Oh, that's in these notes. All right. Anyone who got an 18 or higher, you are fine.
Shit.
Can I use
Anyone
my
gets-
inspiration to try again?
Yes. If you got below an
actually.
18,
Oh, that was worse.
failed,
I'm
and
scared.
you're frightened.
I
That
am
just means you can't go
frightened.
closer to him.
And
the-
attacks while in your line of sight are at disadvantage.
Robute, how did you do, buddy? Oh, Robute also failed.
But yeah, that's his daddy.
Daddy, no!
Papa!
Zaddy, no! The other guard. The other guard fails. All right, so far the 2 guards and Robute have failed.
Okay.
That's probably good that you're not going to end up killing Sophia's brother here. Maybe that's a good thing.
Well, he started.
Well, I'll probably.
I'm
let
going
us-
to try and convince him to join us from the beginning.
She let us in, so.
The Silver Sentinel closest to Gray has passed. The other Silver Sentinel also. Both the Silver Sentinels steel themselves and say, "He is still our Duke. We shall fight in his name." And all the other soldiers are like, "By the gods, what is that? That's no Duke of mine!" And you can tell that they are ready to turn tail and run at the nearest sign of fighting breaking out. And Robute's like, "Father, what heresy is this?" And Kat, you're up.
Well, Kat's having a bad time. Because this is a lot of old trauma just bubbling right up. This is bad for her. Been here before, is not a fan. She's going to use her sword to cast Sacred Flame.
And that is a
Wisdom save?
Dex.
Hold on, let me check. Is it a
Dex.
dex save? Dex save.
That'll be a 21.
Yeah, he passed.
So you point your sword and you send out a little radiant light, and it just bounces off what it looks to be the Duke, and he just.
This is going poorly for me, you guys. Do I have any useful bonus actions? Not at the moment.
The Duke, as your Sacred Flame bounces off him, walks up to one of the statues and rips the sword from the statue.
Oh, badass.
Just as stone goes crumbling to the ground, and he flies above you here. And I need everyone to make a dexterity
Son of a bitch.
saving throw.
Evasion.
2.
2.
Nice.
So I got a 9 total.
25.
Another 18. I swear I'm not cheating because you can see it. I just
We
keep
believe you.
rolling 18.
I'll just say 17 is the magic number. 17.
Okay.
How's
Nope.
my 2
It-
looking?
Not very good, my
Don't
friend.
forget you've got the inspirations.
I can take it. I'm invincible.
Invincible.
Oh no, we're doomed.
I'm saving that inspiration for my death saves now.
I've got Newt's
Yeah.
vigor running through my bones.
I got Newt's blood in my veins.
Oh boy.
Everyone who failed takes 38 fire damage.
Coward.
Including everyone else here.
I will yell up as this is happening and just kind of like chard and be like, "Ha, told you you're not a dragon. That was weak."
And the Duke, he reels back.
Thank God for evasion.
That soldier that is pinned in, that was prone in front of you, Nettle, burns to a crisp.
Oh,
And the Duke just lets out a roar. So Gray, you're up.
no.
Okay,
great.
so first thing is first. Bonus action, I'm going to throw some healing pool into Mouse. Oh, that's pretty great. That is
danke schön.
16 points of healing
Oh, danke.
for you. Then I'm gonna toss 2 Eldritch Blasts at this guy. The dragon, that is.
All right.
Natural 20.
Okay.
I'm gonna use inspiration on this other one because that was a natural 1. And that is a 18.
The 18 will hit.
Okay, so first up is the 18. That is 6 points of force, and then 2d10 for the other one. And that is 17 points of force.
All right, so you hit him with the Eldritch Blast, this radiant energy hitting him, and he looks at you, Gray, reels around as he's flying, wings beating and like blood flying off the wings as they're beating. I know that scent.
And he's just gonna,
Akira!
He's just gonna spread his arms out, and he's pretty much louder than any of you ever heard. He's gonna, Mother would have been ashamed of you.
You're no son of mine, fiend child.
And I never would want to be. How about you, beast?
And with that,
Did we
if
get
you
a
have
new
nothing
party
else,
member? What?
Who's this?
Mouse, you are up.
Oh, okay, well, I'm going to stop at this atrocious work of the biomancers, and I'm going to point and call up to him. You will not. I will stop you in Morphax's name, and I shall cast Spiritual Weapon. Right in the Duke's space with my bonus action, and I do get to make an attack right away.
We're gonna make the bear hug rug your spiritual weapon.
Yes.
'Cause I don't know what else to use.
It takes the form of this like crackling black and silver scimitar.
Nice.
That's a natural 20.
Fuck yeah! I love it.
So that's gonna be 18 force damage.
Woo-wee!
That was my bonus action, so now with my action, I'll take my 2 bow attacks. That's going to be a 21.
That'll hit.
14 magical piercing.
Yep.
And I'm gonna use my inspiration on this one to re-roll, and that's an 18?
That will hit.
Yeah! And that's gonna be 7 magical piercing.
All right. So you're just shooting arrows into the air where the Duke is flying, flapping the wings, and your weapon just slices into the side of the Duke. And your heathen gods will not stand a chance here. And these silver sentinels will be up. This one is going to charge Gray after that nat 20. And Gray, let's see, does a... that is an 8. That won't hit. That is an 18.
I'm muted. Shield. So,
All right, so
I
you
go to 19 now as my AC.
Duke Gedron snaps his clawed hand. That's free counterspell.
Oof.
Your shield,
This
you go to
bitch.
do your shield and just it just goes down.
This is why we can't have nice things, Alex.
What?
That's why we can't have player characters, Alex.
No, okay, only one person died and the Revivify was there. The
We don't
Revivify.
have
time.
We don't have Revivify anymore.
That is
Nope.
7.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
13 points of damage. It'll be 12 because the bonus damage is radiant.
Nice.
So just they come at you, missing with hitting you with the attack as your shield fails. The other Silver Sentinel will move forward,
That's just rude.
and I need Nettle and Roz to make a dexterity saving throw.
Is it a magical effect?
It is a magical effect.
Oh,
Oh.
You said dex save, right?
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
9! Thanks.
Nat
That was
one.
great. Yeah, we're doing great, Abby.
And then oops, that was not what I wanted to do.
I'm dead.
Right here.
Nettles, you're down?
No.
We don't know
I
yet.
thought you said
So this Silver Sentinel, their sword glows like brightly as they do a sweeping motion in the air, and a wall of fire appears along the lines, just erupts just from the ground, crackles, and this radiant energy sends this wall of fire from the ground. And whoever failed is going to take 10, 20, 30 points of fire damage.
Alex!
Wait, who? All of us?
Nettle,
are rolling?
Whoever
just
failed.
Nettle, just Nettle, and then
Wait, how
15
many?
for the saves.
30.
30.
Oh yeah, I'm almost dead. It's okay.
I do not recommend ending your turn there either.
Roz screams.
This is fine.
Are you both still up though?
Oh, I'm up. I just
Yeah.
I'm looking to. I'm a solid 14 out of 67.
All right.
This guard is going to start booking it out of the room. Both Kat and Greg and Roz, or all three of you, could make an opportunity attacks if you so choose, but his intent
Let him
is
go.
quite clearly running the fuck out away.
Coward!
And I'm just going to remove them from the turn order because they're retreating. Nettle, you're up. You are in a wall of fire right now.
Did not like that at all. I'm gonna step onto the dead guy.
I'll just get rid of. Oh, yep. Step on the dead guy. That's
Gonna
Classic.
step on the dead guy in front of me to attack the guy that will soon be dead.
Rabute was frightened by the Duke, just so you know.
Okay.
So you'll have
He's
advantage.
on our side now.
Oh, he's on our side now. Oh.
He might be.
Well,
you
he
can
might
talk
be on
to
our
him.
side now. He's not happy about his dad. So.
But for the guys that just.
As a bonus action, can I ask him if he'll let me pass?
I'll let you as a free action. You
Can I pass?
And he steps aside.
Okay, bye.
Let Nettle
Much
fight
faster than killing.
Here I go, killing again.
Oh no, there I go, killing again.
I just love killing.
What about the people by Gray? Were they
Oh, they're
also-
still in this. This one's the one who summoned that wall of fire
yeah,
on you.
No. That guy's going down.
She is not a fan of you, Nettle.
No.
No.
And I'm gonna attack the one that's not directly next to Gray. I'm gonna attack the one that
Yep.
to the wall of fire.
Yep.
I'm rolling so bad tonight. 11.
That won't hit.
Really? 16.
No.
Ah!
So Nettle, you're just and you just keep hitting. They're just, the Silver Sentinel. She's just blocking your blows with her great sword. Just ping, ping. And you do notice the great sword is a Kovithian Zweihander. You recognize that model of sword, that make and model. Rabute is up. Rabute's gonna see if he can save. No, Rabute's gonna just, Father, how could you? And he just starts running away.
Coward!
Bye. That's probably the right call. We shouldn't be here.
I mean, sure, yeah. So Rabute, Rosalind, you're up.
Not doing so well.
Yeah, I will get out of the goodness gracious great balls of fire. First off, before I do anything, okay, who just cast that on me? They're my new big bad.
This person, this Silver Sentinel.
Westy. Hello, Westy.
Westy.
I will have Fang, go get him, and I will have Fang go attack her. Right? I believe you said. And by attack, I mean do a help action, so I can get some sweet advantage on this first one. So that is an 18. Does that hit?
That will hit.
All right, that one is 10 points of force damage. Damage. And then my second pew. Yeah, it's an 11. Doesn't do anything. Sorry, this dog is crawling in my lap.
So how much damage did you do?
10 total.
Okay. So you just and you hit them and just heathen.
Even me? I didn't even look at their Duke up there. Are you kidding me right now?
The power, the sovereign in Alabasta has decreed he will save this land.
No, that's not true. You need to do less talking and more dying.
Rosalind, do you need help killing that person?
Yes, please.
I will totally kill that person.
I will kill that person for you. See you in improv practice.
Stop talking about my mama like that.
Krugazel, you're up.
Okay, I am going to quickly open up my robe onto my little belt that I have on my hip and look through all my potions. Be like, health potion, no, trash. Green aether, no, trash. Unidentified potion, and I'm going to chug it.
Oh god, which one was the unidentified potion?
I don't know, go do some bookkeeping.
No, it's not identified.
What the fuck?
Oh, it was a healing potion.
Oh shit. All right, well, I'll heal, I guess.
Did you buy the
Oh, no, what a
axolotl
nightmare.
elemental potions or no?
No, I didn't.
Aw.
Nope.
Okay, so I guess I'll use a healing potion, and then I will. I'm gonna go ahead and then get out my component pouch and just kind of blow this white snow that I keep on me at the Duke, and I'm gonna cast slow. So wisdom saving throw.
Nice.
Ooh.
Yes, Crooked.
And that is a
Good.
fail.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so you know the drill, right? He's -2 armor class.
Yep.
Dex saves are
Bad.
-2 as well. It can't use
Bad.
reactions, and on its turn it can use an action or a bonus action, and then spellcasting has its own rules. So if we get there.
All right.
Cool. And
Sweet.
that's my turn. Actually, I'm gonna take 10 steps forward towards him too, because I'm Crookhazel. Okay.
Step forward, child of Bale. I'll show you a real dragon.
Come on down, buddy.
All right, Cat, you are up.
Can I save against fear on my turn?
Yes.
Well,
It'll be at the
I
end of
didn't.
your turn.
Oh, well, I did.
And you will have to move away from...
Okay. Healing potions are bonus
Yes.
action.
Yes, but...
Take the healing potion real quick.
All right, let me double check Frightened here, because I don't know if you... Frightened's one of those weird ones where it's different for monsters and depending on the ability.
You can still take actions and stuff.
Can you? Okay.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
just have to,
it's-
I can't get any closer.
You can't get any
There you
closer,
go.
and
Yes.
any attacks made while the target is in your line of sight are at disadvantage.
There we go. Okay, my
And
bad.
then I'm
Everyone's
gonna
got
use
different ways.
My healing hands.
Go for it.
Back to 31 hit points.
Nice.
I'm just gonna kind of edge away from the fire.
All right. The Duke is up, flapping his wings. He is going to fly forward
No.
here.
Stop it.
Hey, Chris, I need those spell casting rules.
Yeah, sure.
Oh god. Oh no. Oh god.
Okay, so if a creature attempts to cast a spell with a casting time of 1 action, roll a d20. On an 11 or higher, the spell doesn't affect until the creature's next turn, and then the
All
creature
right.
must use its next action to complete that spell.
All right. He succeeds, and Crookhazel, I'm returning the favor. Can you make a wisdom saving throw, please?
Yeah. Come on.
Come on.
Oh, it was a 20, but it's not. It's a 9.
Oh, Crookhazel, he just looks at you, eyes flash, and you are also slowed down.
Oh no.
Coward.
I'll get you, yeah.
We're just running at each other in slow-mo.
Great, you're up.
Everybody else is just watching.
Everyone's like, what the?
Okay, so I'm gonna bonus action healing pool nettle.
Yeah, thank you.
6, 11, 14 points.
Oh, thank God. You just
Um,
doubled my health.
How close is Gedrin to me?
He is flying above you. He is about 40 feet above you in the air.
Oh, cool. So no disadvantage from guiding bolt.
All right.
I will use. How do I want to save inspiration? No, I'll use inspiration to see if I can crit. Nope, but that's still a 25 to hit.
Sure.
Okay, so 76.
Math is hard. Math is hard.
34 points of radiant.
Sure thing.
Damn.
So you just much like the machine gun that the storm gunner was using, you just send bolts of radiant energy just go pelting into the muscle and sinew of the Duke Gedrin. His blood goes flying and begins coating the ground, and he's just
And Yeah, that's it for me. I would have loved to crit on that. That would have been wonderful.
Mouse, it is your turn.
Okay, well, I'm going to take my 2 bow attacks and my spiritual weapon attack.
Mm-hmm.
So bow attacks first. First one will miss. That's a 14.
Yes.
Other one will miss too. That's a natural 1 on that one.
Ooh, roll damage on that one.
That was a 5.
5 damage.
Yeah, magical piercing.
Nettle, you feel an arrow pierce you in the side as Mouse accidentally hits you for 5 points.
And shoulder gong! Then the spiritual weapon. Oh, that's a 19 on the die.
That'll hit.
That's gonna be 8 force damage.
8 force damage. All
Also,
right.
The Duke also has -2 to his AC because it's slow.
Yeah.
So that matters.
Oh shit! Okay, cool.
I don't think that would have made none of what Mouse was rolling was.
I think 14 was like my highest miss.
Okay.
All right. Anything else, Mouse?
That is it.
Silver Sentinels are up. Gray, that is an 18 plus. So, 11 points of damage total.
Okay.
That is a 19 plus.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll be another 11 points of damage total.
I'm out.
So the Silver Sentinel just in the name of the Sovereign, just and Gray goes down.
And then pops back up with 1 hit point.
Death
Death
Ward.
Ward.
Death Ward.
So like this as Gray is about to go down, you see this shadowy draconic figure prevent him from going down. Nettle, now you're under attack. That is a 16 and a dirty 20.
Good 20 hits.
Oh, that's minimum. That is some bad damage there. 7 points of damage total.
This sucks.
And just Nettle, you blocks the first blow, but then Nettle gets hit again. Just
Nettle needs to cast Shield of Faith on herself.
Nettle, it is your turn.
It's not going well. I'm casting Shield of Faith on myself, and I'm out of first level spell slots.
Fair. All right, Nettle, you have Shield of Faith on yourself. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Yes. Cry.
All right, that's the mood.
I'm gonna attack the one in front of me again.
All right. Shield of Faith's a bonus action?
Mad. Yeah.
Oh, wow, I did not know that. That is a good spell.
25.
That'll hit.
And because I can't... I should save my smites for the dragon. 14.
All right.
19 to hit the second time.
That'll hit.
7 damage.
All right, describe your kill, Nettle.
Oh, you're mean to me and my friends. You're gonna go down.
All right.
Smack.
Just and you just split the helmet. Well, not the helmet. You split the pauldron in two because you're short, and the shoulders just left open. And the Silver Sentinel looks, and she slumps down to the ground. Just,
you don't deserve 2 arms.
Okay, rude.
You're mean.
And Robute turns back around and says, "No, father. I will not let you. I will not let this heresy occur in this spire, and I will not let you destroy our good family name." And he dashes back through the wall of fire.
This man needs to make up his mind.
And oh boy, is he hurting now. Rosalind, you're up.
And I
am really hard.
I do believe the wall of flame or wall of fire only damages from
Sentinel-
a certain direction, doesn't it?
Well, and also the sentinel who cast it just died.
Yes, that is true.
True.
So there is no wall of fire.
Yay! Come on in, Rabute. Bring it in, buddy.
Hey, you're okay, buddy. You're okay, Rabute. You still got more hit points. You're good. Though it would be pretty. I wouldn't mind if he died. He's he don't matter. Anyway, go ahead.
Everybody matters,
Sophia
Alex.
is Sophia's brother.
It's real to me, damn it.
Yeah, as he races past me, Roz will turn and watch him go and look confused. What are you doing? You're not one of the heroes. You're going to get murdered. And
What the hell are you doing?
She will. Let's see. The rug is the spiritual weapon, not a baddie. There's one more little baddie left, right?
Yeah, one Silver Sentinel left. The ones who can cast things like Wall of Fire and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. Fang will dart over and grab hold of their cloak and give it a tug to distract them a little bit. And then
Love it.
Roz will, attack them, trying to do some cleanup on the outside here. So that first one is a 23 to hit.
Yeah.
For 8 points of force damage. And then her second one, without advantage, is a 26.
Damn.
Nice.
Roll more damage.
A total, she rolled a minimum on that, so a total of 13 points of force damage.
Nice. All right, anything else with your turn?
She wants to move away from this dragon that's gotten much closer to her. So she'll just kind of scoot back to the top of the stairs. Scares is appropriate there. And that's it.
All right, Crucaso, you're up.
I am going to take my orb out slowly from my robes and begin spinning it on a finger, and I'm going to cast Chromatic Orb, and I'll see if it goes off or not, because I am slowed. Natural 20, it does.
Shit, nice.
Alright, so I'll roll the hit now. That's a 19 plus 26.
Yeah, that'll do it.
It's 3d6 cold. 11 cold damage as it kind of just slowly spins on my finger and all these little icicles shoot out towards him.
Nice.
And that's my turn because I'm slowed.
Cat, it is your turn.
Nettle's small, right? So I can move past her.
Yes, Nettle's itty bitty.
I'm gonna slip past her. Can I give Gray a healing potion as I go past?
Yeah, I'll say bonus action to hand off an item.
Yeah, take that. It's just a common healing potion. It's what I have. And then I'm gonna...
It's not much, but it's an honest living.
That's all I can do. Then I'm gonna end up next to the Silver Sentinel, but I'm not gonna attack this turn. I'm gonna use my Bright Sayax to cast Sacred Flame on the dragon.
Go for it. Dex save. That is a fail.
Woo!
Roll damage.
2d8?
Yeah, what kind of damage is it?
Radiant.
All right.
A 5 and a 6. So 11.
Nice. So the light goes beaming from your sword towards the Duke and sears him. Just. It is the Duke's turn, and he's just going to use Legendary Resistance to get rid of Slow.
Coward!
And I need Gray, Cat, Nettle, Rabute, and Mouse to give me Dex saving throws.
Evasion.
What? Do I
that guy
recognize?
is that.
Is there like a certain spell he's getting off that I might be able to recognize?
This isn't a spell.
It's only a 13.
Also, KK needs to save against slow as well, I think.
He does at the end of his turn. Yeah, you just do it at the end of the turn, yeah. Ooh, if you have inspiration, I highly recommend using it now.
I rolled a 20, not natural.
You're good. You're not slowed anymore.
Okay, that's better. That's an 18.
All right. Anyone get lower than a 17? 16 or lower? All right. You're going to take 44 points of fire damage. 22 to the saves.
Oh.
Well, I used evasion, so I'm
So
good.
Gendron's flying and just looks down and just... and has...
not ideal.
I'm out.
And also...
I'm down.
Oh, fuck,
the
shit.
Silver Sentinel also gets burned during this too. Just Cat just hides behind the Silver Sentinel as if fire just goes around them, and they're.
Who all went down?
Take down.
Gray?
Gray and
down.
Nettle or down.
Nettle, you're at
Nettle's
one.
back up.
Okay.
Nettle, a shadowy figure steps in front of you, blocks the fire with their arms spread open. Gray, it is your turn.
Okay.
Okay, I need to make a death save. 6.
That is a fail.
Yike.
All right, Mouse, it is your turn.
I will bonus action spell the dying on Gray from 30 feet because I can do that as a grave cleric. So
Yes.
just this jet of crackling black grave energy sort of washes over Gray and he is stable. And I will make my 2 attacks up at the Duke.
Yeah.
That is... so that is just a 16 the first one. And it's even less, so I miss for those. I'm too concerned about my friends going down.
Yeah, your arrows are just sailing by. The Silver Sentinel is up, and they've lost their little bonus.
I'm gonna start moving closer.
She turns and goes to fight Cat. Smoldering.
That's what I was hoping.
I need, that. 17.
Just hits. I'm gonna use Uncanny Dodge.
And that'll be 11 points of damage, and the second one will miss. So she grabs you, stabs in, and then goes to attack again. You push yourself away from the Silver Sentinel. Nettle, it's your turn.
Ooh. Do you have any potions left? Mouse gave you one.
I'm gonna spend my whole turn healing myself.
That's a mood.
Did I, do I have to recast Shield of Faith if I went down briefly?
Yes.
I don't think she actually goes
You didn't go down.
with
You'd
that
have to make a
weapon.
concentration saving throw, though.
Oh, okay.
For
And
11.
you have to be at an 11.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yes.
All right,
Just barely.
You still have your Shield of Faith, and then you heal yourself?
Yup. Just casted some second level cure wounds on me.
All right.
Listen, self-care is important. You gotta take
Yes.
time for yourself.
Rubute.
Self-care is not selfish.
Rubute is going to attack the Silver Sentinel. Will hit with 1, and the other one's going to be a fail. Like a bad fail, like a crit fail. 6 plus 5 is 11.
Thanks,
If he hits me,
Rabute.
I'm gonna punch him.
Rubute swings wide and hits Cat for
Bitch!
11 points of damage. Just he takes his
You
halberd.
asshole!
I'm
I
sorry.
scream that. You asshole!
Rosalind, it's your turn. Things are looking hot out there.
They're looking like stuff's going on. So
That was more damage than I took from the actual enemy.
Oof.
I can't look at my character sheet and the map at the same time. Why don't I have 2 monitors? What a curse I have. I'm only 30 feet away. I would like to run up and give Gray a healing potion.
You can do that.
I do that. Does that use everything?
Because he is unconscious, yeah, because you have to feed it to him.
Okay, so it's 25 feet up. I cradle his sweet little baby. It's like time stops for me. I cradle his sweet little baby head.
Baby head, how dare you?
Open his little mouth and tuck it in there. Close it up and like rub his throat so he swallows. Gently place his head back down and then step back 5 feet because that's all the movement I have left. And
Should have just attacked the Duke.
no. Nope, I want you to live.
Let me
Fang
die.
will do a help action. Does anybody know what potions are off the top of their head? To roll?
What?
2d4 plus
It's 2d4.
Just standard 2d4
2d4
plus
plus
con.
2.
Plus 2, yeah.
2d4 plus con, isn't it?
No, I
Plus
think it's
2.
2d4 plus 2.
9 hit points back, almost max.
Nice.
You take those hit points and you like them, Gray.
I mean, if I get hit again, I'm out. So.
But the count resets.
Rosalind, anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
That's it.
Hazel, you're up. No, you're not solid anymore. You go ahead.
I'm going to check over and kind of look in my blind spot and see if my earring has returned from my first ice knife and be like, oh,
Yes,
good, you're
it
back.
has.
And I'm just going to chuck it up again and ice knife him,
Go for
the
it.
dragon.
Yes, I assumed so.
Oh, that's another 19, 26.
Shit, yeah, that'll do it.
Okay, deck save. And I'm assuming since he's in the air, he's with farther than 5 feet from my friends, so they don't get hit by
Yeah,
ice
no,
knife?
yeah,
Okay.
he won't.
Cool.
Nat 20 on the dex save.
Yeah, okay. That's 5 piercing and 11 cold, so half of that.
Nice. So you're it hits him in the rump and just and he reels around.
Do I have to call you a coward again? Come on, hit me for once.
All right, Cat, you're up.
What's the range on my Sojourner's Mask?
All allies around you.
I'm gonna try Purgatory. I want to see if I can heal everybody.
Okay,
We
we're
believe
going
in
for
you.
Purgatory.
Come on,
Nope.
Marflex.
Does inspiration work on D100s?
I'll say it works on D100s.
Gonna try again.
Kate was so gracious to give us lots of bits.
Thank you, Kate.
No, fuck. My dice ran away from me. Okay, I'll just roll this one a second
And
time.
this also works on down PCs as well.
That's
Nice.
52.
Damn it.
52
Damn.
won't do it either. So
Nope.
the mask glows, and then it's just like the it wants to turn over, but then it just doesn't.
That thing on
I
the
don't know how
fritz
to use
again.
it yet. Never had to use it before.
The
Do you have
Duke,
a bonus action?
you can bonus action if you like.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a healing potion.
Go for it. The Duke is up. You want me to hit you, dragon child?
No.
Flaps the wings, lands on the ground by Krukazel, and starts swinging the huge marble sword.
Oh boy.
That is a 23,
Yeah, I mean, that is
16,
16 hits.
and a dirty 20.
Yep.
All right, Krukazel, this will hurt.
Oh, Croquet.
No. Oh, God.
I'm fine.
You're invincible.
I'll take
Truly.
it. I'm invincible. Ooh.
No,
I don't like the sound of that. Ooh.
I don't like it. Stop. Stop it. Thanks, I hate it.
Fuck nuggets. Krukazel, you take 60 points of damage total.
Oh, fuck!
I got 1 hit point, baby.
So
Let's go.
Gedrin lands and just whoosh, whoosh, and then brings the stone
I
sword
need to save for fear. I forgot.
and brings the stone sword down over you, just and it hits the ground. And Krukazel, it's like about to slice really good into you, and it and you're on just stops inches as it's cutting into you before
I'm
it
gonna,
slices you in half.
Put my hands on the sword and be like, told you, not a real dragon. And I'm just gonna heft it out and out of me.
I am a real dragon.
Alex, I
Yes.
rolled a 17 on my belated fear save.
You're good.
Oh,
Well, welcome back.
Thank
Gray,
you.
you're up.
If you have to declare that you're a real dragon, then you're not one. That's how it works.
What
This
she
is how
said.
it works.
All right, so I'm up and I'm up.
Yes,
Okay.
but prone.
Right, I'm gonna stand up, and I will swing my hand up and bring it down, and I will cast Flame Blade.
Sure.
So out of the very end of my sleeves just comes this large blue blade of flame, and I'm going to go ahead and make an attack against the sentinel right on me.
Sure.
The first one has advantage.
That is a 22.
That'll hit.
So that is. Let me find that again. Ba, 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 ba. So that is. Oh, that's nice. That is 20 points of fire damage.
Grab your kill.
Basically, I pop up and I actually activate the flame blade. As I swing it down, it actually carves him diagonally as I cast it. And then he dies. Yay.
He dies, but yes.
He dies, yay.
Diagonally.
All right, Ben.
Oh boy.
Anything else, or is that going to be your turn?
Let's see. Who is real bad?
I'm
Guys.
at 1.
You sure are. I'm gonna heal you.
Yeah,
Mango.
heal Croquet.
This is the last of my heals. I hope you like it.
That's fine. I've got tons of spells.
That is 10 points of healing, friend.
Thank you.
All right, Mouse, it'll be your turn.
Oh, jeez. So that was the soldiers, or the sentinels down,
The only
right?
thing standing right now is Duke Gedrin in the dragon form.
Okay, well, I will take all of my attacks, as I sort of run across, the room to get a little bit closer, because I see Crocazel is, like, all right up it on this thing, and it's not looking great. Actually, no, I'm gonna stay here. But I'm going to take both my bow attacks and my spiritual weapon attack. That is an 18?
That'll hit.
Yeah! It's gonna be 9 magical piercing from the bow.
Yep.
No, that one will miss.
So you find your purchase with one of them, and then you go to shoot your other one, and you go wide with it.
The bonus action spiritual weapon will hit. That's a 19 on the die.
Yep. Damage.
And that's gonna be 8 force.
Nice.
Yeah.
So the spiritual weapon just cuts a hole in one of his wings. Heretic. Nettle.
Takes one to know, Von.
It's really hypocritical.
So the person who's standing next to me, that's Rabute, right?
Yes.
And Rabute is kind of on our side.
Yes, Rabute is battling his father.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm gonna run up to the dragon and I'm gonna pump as many friggin' smites as I can into it.
All right.
Take it down, Nettle.
Slay the beast.
Kill the beast.
Kill the beast.
17?
What was that?
17?
That will not hit.
26.
Slay the
That
beast.
will. That will.
Alright, I need another D8. Because this is a second level smite.
Yes, it is.
Because I'm at a first level.
Alex, correct me if I'm wrong. Did anyone ever roll at advantage after I hit the Duke with my guiding bolt?
I am not sure. That happened too long ago.
Okay. Well,
I don't know.
my fault
I don't
for not
think
reminding.
so.
I do not remember. I am sorry. That was a long time ago.
28 damage!
Okay, that is 28 damage to the Duke.
Ah!
You just by the power of Grey Skull, and your sword lights up this
Power of
bright
Thunder
blue.
Blast.
Just and you chop off the Duke's tail.
Good
yeah.
luck steering when you fly now!
Rabute is up, and Rabute is going to step here and is going to try and attack. Father, you've lost your way. Sophia was right. I should have never listened to you. And that's the first the Duke's hearing of that, and he's going to deal 9 damage to the Duke because Rabute is a good guy.
Yeah.
And then his next attack's going to miss. He's just Sophia. And Rosalind, you're up.
Oh, great. Now you're spilling all of our secrets, too? What are you doing in here? Get back out!
I'm her brother.
Well, you're betraying her now. She will say something in Draconic, and Fang will chirp and fly up to just, like, buzz the tower around the Duke and do the help action. And she will attempt to do her little blasty blast and chip away, because every little bit counts. So her first attack on the Duke will be a 22.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for 6 points of force damage. But again,
All right.
it all counts. Her second one is a natural 1.
Roll damage on that.
I did
Don't.
11
Please
points.
don't.
Nettle, you take 11 points in the back as Rosalind hits you.
No!
I just got those back!
No!
Oh, she's so little!
You're too busy trying to talk with Rabute that you're distracted.
Got me off my game.
It's all
Oh my
his
God.
goddamn fault.
All right, Crocazel, DDS. Bring the Novocaine.
I'm gonna look around and I kind of see Gray using Flame Sword, and I'm like, oh yes, I know that too. And I'm gonna cast Ice Sword, and these two giant like spikes come out of both of my hands, and I'm going to attack.
Nice.
That's a natural 20. I did a thing finally.
He did it! This is a very for those just joining us. This is a very exciting moment because I don't know if Krukazel's ever critted in combat on the attack.
We're only how many episodes in?
22.
That
almost a
is
year.
also on episode 22 points of cold damage.
Hey.
Krukazel, buddy, my man, my dude, slay the beast.
Victory toast. So as he comes down with another sword attack, I'm going to use one of the icicle swords to kind of parry it above me, and then I'm just going to go under and stab him in the bottom of the chin with the other one, and then just kind of give him a nice kick backwards.
And as he's falling backward, he looks back at Gray. Bastard! Akira! He just starts coughing up blood and just slumps to the ground in a bloody mess.
I'll just stand over and be like, not a real dragon.
Not a real dragon.
Well, it could have killed me if so.
And combat is over. We can take a quick break if we want to just kind of...
Hey, good job, team. We all survived.
Good job, everybody.
And then we'll be right back. We'll just take a quick 5-er. Fucking 20 in the evening.
Oh my god. Mouse's quote, Nettle. I mean, Abby.
And we're
Almost called you
live.
Nettle.
And we're all back! And welcome back to SteamSpell. The party has defeated the Duke. The bells begin ringing as the Duke has been slain. And the battle comes to a quick halt, and the gates open as Gregor's army enters the Spire, Keep, and Citadel. So that's a thing. The battle is over, and you, as a group, are free to do as you will.
I want to search the throne room.
All right. There is loot to be had. Roll me a D100, please.
There she is.
I mean, after all the loot's taken
13.
care of, I would... Oh, sorry.
13. So you walk over to the dead gunner, and the storm cannon is sitting there.
I get a machine gun?
Can you, do you have 18 strength?
No.
Ooh, I almost do.
Nope, I got 7 strength. Nettle, you want a machine gun?
Oh no.
Let's give Nettle a machine gun.
Can she smite with that thing?
No, it's a ranged attack, fortunately.
How strong is Maximus?
Oh my god, are you gonna
Giant
strap a
mountain
fucking machine gun to the dog?
Yeah.
Let me check Mastiff stats for real quick, folks.
That would be amazing.
Please, that would be fantastic.
Part of me has to say that there's no way that Mastiff has that kind of strength.
That's
No,
the
it
reasonable
doesn't.
part of you and not the fun part of you.
That's all of me.
Cat reaches down and tries to pick it up, and she can't. It's too heavy. She's like, that feels like it would be useful.
No, man.
I got it!
Mastiffs
All right.
don't, but because Maximus
Be careful.
is not carrying anything else, you find the storm cannon, and it comes with 120 bullets.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
We're just gonna strap this to the back of Maximus. I'm just gonna stand on him behind the gun, Manny.
LMG mounted in the ring.
He's a fucking turret.
Chris, fun fact: the Maxim gun's an HMG.
Oh
I
man.
think you mean Alex. I think you mean the Maximus gun.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can I also search the throne room?
Yeah. So just real quick before roll your D100. So the storm cannon. You consume 60 ammo to shoot either in a 60-foot cone or a 100-foot line, and basically you can make enemies make a dex saving throw, it's DC 16, or take 10d6 piercing damage. So you essentially have 2 shots with it until you get more ammo.
My dog is a tank.
I rolled a 99.
Ooh. Kruk Hazel. You
2
walk up
machine guns.
Yes!
You walk up to the Duke's throne, and you see draped over it a coat. It's a dark blue with gold embroidery on it, and in the center is a sun-like symbol. When you touch it, it hums and it glows a little bit.
Ooh.
Sick. I take it.
All right, you take the coat.
I do.
Do you put it on over or under your cloak of billowing?
Do you put it
Huh.
on?
I do put it on just to see how it feels. Just
First.
It's strange. The coat, it didn't look like it should have fit you. It looked a little small for a Dragonborn, but it fits you when you put it on. And then you start doing the belts on it, and it's soft and has a warm feeling to it. Reminds you of home.
I shall keep it, and I look out in the sky and billow my cape.
But does it go above or below?
I think below, right? Like we gotta keep
Yeah.
it billowing.
Yeah, you need the billow action.
I do want to do what Ryan suggested off stream and cut the head off the dragon so we can take it with
All
us.
right. And then as you go to the dragon, you go to where the Duke was, and you see his crown on the ground.
I take that too.
All right.
We want it all.
All right.
Yeah.
This person worked with the people I hate with every fiber of my being. I'm making these not life miserables.
All right.
Mouse spends a couple of moments dry retching, just in the aftermath of Stink Cloud and battle. Is the building still shaking, or is it calmed down?
It's
now?
calmed down because it's not being bombarded with
Okay,
cannons.
well that is a lot better then. So after that happens, Mouse will also want to go over and examine the Duke's body. I want to try to take something that I can bring back to the Black Coats, maybe like a claw or something.
Yeah, I'll say you can just rip off a claw.
Awesome. And I guess I will just search too to see if there's like any sort of more like proof or evidence that I can bring to the coats.
Nothing really. It's just kind of a dead, bloody dragon.
Okay.
After
everybody's done harvesting what they want, I'm basically gonna take I still have that flame blade for like 10 minutes, and I'm just gonna stick it into him and just start to incinerate him.
Yeah, the body goes up in flames. It's not a very pretty sight.
Did he have from before he transformed? I would like to go back and kind of look through his things there, and I'm specifically looking to see if he had any mementos of his family on him.
Does have mementos of his family. He carried in his old robe a pure white feather. It shimmers in the light.
Does the crown do anything special, or is it just a crown?
You'd have to use an identify spell to determine that. Or roll an Arcana check.
Can I take a short rest to attune to mine?
You can.
I have identified.
You can use it. Arcana or identify to determine what these items are.
12 on Arcana, so I get.
Yeah, you don't. It's a crown.
Great.
Okay.
Great help.
Gonna just cast identify as a ritual. I think it takes like 10 minutes.
Yeah. So in 10 minutes, Gray, your eyes are able to see that this crown is full of magic, protective magics, meant to protect a king. This is the crown of the first king. While wearing this item, you gain a +1 bonus to AC and saving throws.
Nice.
It takes the same slot as a helmet.
He's gonna look at it and he's like, well, I'm pretty sure this should go to Sophia, don't you?
The morally upright part of me says yes. The part of me that doesn't want to die says maybe we should keep it.
I think that Sophia should be queen of everything ever, and we should probably tell her dad turned into a dragon and he's dead now.
Yeah, I suppose we should at least offer it to her. Yep. She might let us keep it.
Gray's gonna hang on to that so he can give it to Sophia.
Okay.
This is why I don't let Gray identify anything. I'm taking a short rest with mine.
Okay, do you want to use an Arcana check to determine what it is, at least?
Sure. 17.
This is a light bearer's overcoat. You know a lot about different religions. This coat is worn by those who are devoted to Kovar, the god of light for the 13 realms deities. With this coat, you know the light cantrip, and the cantrip will target the sun on the symbol of the chest. This light can also disperse magical darkness. You get a +1 to your AC. And if an enemy that you can see hits you with an attack, you may use your reaction to cause the creature to make a Constitution saving throw DC 16. If it fails, it is blinded. You can use that once per long rest.
Sweet. Do I think that I will be get in trouble for wearing another deity's crest?
Probably not. It's a fancy coat.
Mouse just kind of wrinkled their nose at the Kovar symbol, though.
Hey, Mouse, I found this cool cloak.
Well, you still fits right in Volvia in the Empire, at least.
I'm still just kind of like idly poking around.
All right. You don't really find anything else worth mentioning.
I'll take a look around.
All right. Roll me a D100, please.
I'm using my detect magic, sniffing around for any hidden goodies. I got a 19.
Underneath the throne, you find a belt, and the clasp has a lion's head on it. Nice. It's like a brass belt. The clasp is brass. The belt itself is probably leather.
Interesting.
You can make an Arcana check to determine what it is.
I like to Arcana at things. I think real hard with my detect magic, trying to detect the magic within this bad boy. And I get an 11.
You're not really sure, but you are able to tell that this belt has been enchanted. And you would know with your detect magic, it is protective magic.
Okay. I'll pull my robe closed and put it on and clasp it. Do I feel protected?
You feel bold. You feel courageous.
Oh no. That's not her.
Hell yeah.
Wise as you put it on. You have +2 to your wisdom saving throws while you're wearing this belt.
Oh, nice.
I'll trade you. Trade you.
Okay.
Just kidding. I don't want to.
Is there perhaps
okay, sour grapes.
Still more things to be found, Alex, or is it a waste of time to keep looking?
It'll now at this point be a waste of time to continue searching the room. This is where I turn it over to y'all to roleplay away.
Yeah, I have like a question. So you said when Nettle death warded that she saw like a big figure in front of her take the
shadowy
heat.
figure. Yeah.
Did I see that?
I'll leave that up to Megan. Because it's Rosalind's spell.
Sure.
I would think, well, no, that's a good question because it's protecting their spirit. Were you actively watching Nettle at the time?
Well, I am pretty observant. Roll credits.
I would say here. Let me roll a d2 here.
Let's see it.
On a 1, you see it. On a 2, you don't. That's a 1.
Okay. All right.
You never know.
Okay, so first thing I will do is cast Healing Spirit and let everybody bask in its glory for a minute.
How much HPs do we get?
So much. I don't know. It's kind of cheesy. It's up to Alex if he allows it.
Honestly, the fighting's over, so
yeah.
Just for flavor, then. Yeah.
It's pretty bad. I'll go back up. It's good. Good. Oh, I feel so much better. It's much better.
Thank you. That is a lot better.
How's everybody doing?
I feel uneasy. There's still, I'm assuming we can still hear like gunfire, cannon shots, etc., etc.
The bells are ringing. The army is moving into the spire area. The battle is over because the bells ringing signal that the spire, Gedron's people are surrendering.
That's good.
Oh, hello.
Beep. I feel like we need to be worried about that green guy.
Yeah, I don't know where he went.
No.
I have not seen him since then. Mouse is definitely like, after they got their claw from the Duke's body, would have stationed themselves like near one of the doorways and is watching intently. But I'm imagining they probably don't see anything pertaining to Jade. He has probably bounced. Is Mouse's guess.
So you think? Oh, sorry, you didn't say that out loud.
Oh, yeah. I do not think if he has any idea that the Duke has fallen, I don't think he will come after us right away, at least.
You don't think that he is still in the tower? You think that he is gone?
I mean, he might be. He could be literally anywhere, actually, but he, wants to make sure that he survives. So I think if all of his allies here are fallen, he's not going to stick around. But I don't actually know him as well as I thought, apparently, so...
I'm just very worried about an ambush.
Yeah.
I don't think we do well with those.
I am pretty worried too, but we just have to keep our eyes out, I suppose.
We should try to go find Corvus.
Oh, yeah. And Sophia. And Gregor.
Well, I think 2 of those will be easier than the third.
Who are we looking for first?
Gray is looking for Corvus, no matter what anybody else says.
Oh yeah, he's here. Shit.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do you want to circle back and see if he's still alive and stuff?
we could go back to where we left him.
Yeah,
That's
I
where
caught my
I'd
breath.
check.
Maybe
All
I
right.
can find some sign of Jade there too.
You begin descending the stairs for a long time. If you have anything to say amongst each other, please feel free to do so now. If not, we'll just pass time as you go by soldiers, Gregor's men, and people, and the Gedron's people are surrendering.
Nettle, how are you holding up?
I'm okay. I'm waiting I need to report to Sir Gregor and tell Sophia that her dad was a dragon. A really weird, fleshy dragon.
Sure, but I
You might
mean,
want to get that checked.
it definitely should have, but I kind of mean more like in your head, how are you feeling? I know physically you're fine, but it's a lot to take in, and I just was wondering how you're doing with all of this.
Well, he was a bad guy, right?
He was, but he underwent a strange transformation, and I just want to make sure that you're okay with everything that you saw.
Oh, well, I mean, he was a monster, so monsters have to go down.
All right, well, as long as you've got it sorted, I'm proud of you, Nettle. That was incredible work.
Oh, thank you.
I wish Sir Gregor could have seen it, frankly, but we'll make sure to report back to him.
Oh, yeah, that would have been cool.
Or, if, like, Sophia could have seen you in action, man, she would...
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you, Nettle, does your wolf pack have some kind of, like, special merit system? Like, we'd be like, oh, Nettle did such a good job. She was so heroic. And Gregor will be like, oh, here's a button or a badge or, like, a stripe or
Oh,
feather.
maybe. Oh.
Something that
Maybe
you
they'll
would
give me
collect.
something special to put on my shield.
Oh, yes.
Ooh, that'd be
like
cool.
Like a sticker.
Do you think they have stickers?
I bet you they do. I feel like it's a pretty advanced city. They probably have stickers.
I like stickers.
Like a banana sticker, maybe? Or
No.
a star?
Yeah.
That would be pretty... I don't know if ironic is the word there. Appropriate? Maybe that's the word I want. I don't know.
Yeah.
Nettle's just a college football player with pride stickers.
That's what I was
helmet.
thinking. Exactly what I was thinking.
And Rosalind, you're doing okay?
I'm doing the same as I always am. My robe got burnt. Look at this. And she waves it, and the edges are kind of crispy from the giant fireball she was in.
That's some shit.
It's some real shit.
Mouse will just sort of gingerly reach out and touch it and cast mending. It should patch it.
So, what does that look like? Does it, like, the threads just reweave themselves, or?
Yeah, the, like, area that's all singed, glows again in that same, like, crackly, like, grave energy, and you watch as it just sort of, like, shadows and, like, fills in and, like, reknits, like, the patch that's missing.
Roz was holding it up and waving it angrily while she was complaining, and this happens in front of her eyes, and she, like, stops walking and watches it, and then when it's done, she turns and looks at Mouse like, you are... I mean, I liked you before, don't get me wrong, but this is very good work. We should keep you around, I think. This is earning your keep sort of territory, I think.
Well, thank you. And Mouse kind of turns purple.
Mouse, you absolutely kicked ass in there. You were like, fa fa fa, and you just let out a bunch of arrows, and then they stuck in the bad guys. That was awesome.
Oh, thank you. I mean, you all were doing such wonderful things. That was all amazing. I mean, Hazel, you faced a monstrosity of a false dragon like that, and that big stone sword, and you was still standing after that. That was remarkable.
I think you should give yourself more credit. I just did the final thing. You guys and gals and people did all the rest, so...
Well, thank you, everybody, for all of the help, because, I mean, I know I would have fallen if you had not helped heal me, but, Bear Grey, I'm sorry I could not return the favor.
Also, Mouse, have I noticed that, you only eat, like, good berries? Is that like a thing I notice?
You probably could. Like, they won't say anything about it, but they're not really hiding
I
it.
mean, you're very observant.
That's true. That is true.
I will open up my candy pouch and give Mouse a piece of candy. And I will say, I'll let you in on a secret. Yeah, it's the same thing you eat. And I'll pat them on the shoulder and just walk by.
Oh, I'll sort of stare at it for a minute and just kind of like look around and unwrap it when nobody's looking.
It has the effects of a good berry.
Huh. Well, that's as remarkable. Mouse feels a lot better. I mean, it's only 1 hit points, but like that magical warmth is the only nourishment that they get. So it
Has
feels
Mouse ever tasted?
very good.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Has Mouse ever tasted peppermint before?
Oh, geez. Yeah, because they would use mint a lot, actually, as just like an herb for controlling nausea and stuff. But they wouldn't have tasted it in like a concentrated
That's what's going on right now.
Ever. Yeah, anybody, the Mouse gets like their eyes get kind of big, and it's like those big like cat eyes for a second. I'm like, oh. Candy galaxy brain for a second.
Galaxy brain. So you continue walking, and eventually you hear people shout, "Give him room! Give him room!" And you walk into where you had Corvus, and there's a circle of people, and there's just dead people all around him, slain soldiers, wounded soldiers. Corvus is gripping his chest as his armor is slinging low. His helmet with these wings and like these crows kind of like flank the side of his eyes. You see his eyes just beaming bright greenish blue from underneath, his black hair wisping from underneath his helmet. He holds his Zweihander's two-handed sword, and it begins, it's not glowing anymore, and he's kind of like, his large black feathered wings are folded behind his back, and he's...
Gray walks right up to him, takes the potion that Cat gave him and shoves it directly into his mouth.
When you go to do that, he puts a hand up and he just takes it and will dignifiedly drink it. Thank you. Is it done?
Yes, he's considerably less gross now.
I hold up the dragon head that I've been tugging along.
Mostly.
Oh, jeez.
So that's the promises that Branson gave him. This is what I was worth. Rotten hell. And he spits. He spits at the dragon's head.
Oh, Mr. Corvus, sir. Mr.
Yes.
I think we found your sister.
And he almost looks taken aback, like that anger in his eyes kind of, they subside, and he kind of he thinks for a second of removing the helmet. My sister, which one?
Lady Sophia, she said that she had a half-brother named Corvus, but she thinks you're dead. And I think that Corvus is not a very common name. It's very uncommon, so I think that it's probably you. And I don't think you're dead. So maybe you should tell her.
And you see mournful eyes gazing out, and he takes off the helmet, revealing this slender, strong-jawed face. There's just black, just rippling from his eyes down his face. His long black hair drapes over his head, and it clings to his head because he's sweating and bloody from fighting a small contingent of soldiers. I didn't think they cared.
Well, she certainly has a low opinion of our mother.
And he looks over at you, his eyes flash again. Mother.
Yes, when are we going to talk about that, Corvus?
Let's have this chat then. And he turns around, barks at the soldiers standing around. Be gone, swine!
Oh, if you could clear out, soldiers. We have a bit of a family drama going on.
Jerry.
It's the name of the bald guy who always holds everybody back on Jerry
Oh,
Springer.
man.
Oh, I
I'm
don't
gonna
know.
look it
That
up.
guy.
You know
All
who
right.
I mean, though.
I
Yeah,
love that guy.
all right. Let's have this chat.
Steve Wilkos.
So, when were you going to go back to Mother?
Never. She
You
allowed
do-
this.
Allowed is a strong word, Corvus. Do you think she actually wanted this to happen to you?
And he moves up real close, peering down at you. I know about the deal you made. I know I was offered up. I can hear her whispers.
Do you think I care that you know?
And he goes and grabs your hands, and he grips them tightly so you cannot cast spells, and it is very painful as he does this. Yes, because what kind of mother offers up her only son?
One who sees that they are beyond redemption.
So be it, but I will seek death on my own terms. And he looks over at Kat. When Lillian is safe, then I will resign myself to die. I do not intend to make it out of my crusade alive.
As long as you get what you need, Kat gets what she needs, and I get what I need.
And what is it that you need? The approval of some celestial... I don't even... You want the approval of her?
Yes!
It's
I want
not-
that.
You want the approval of an angel who would trade her own son's soul, who will let him be sold into experimentation.
Do you have any idea what it's like, Corvus, to have nothing for 20 years of your life, and then to find someone who gives a damn, who keeps you alive?
Yes, I do. And her name is Lillian. And the sword lights up and he squeezes your hands and breaks them.
He just kind of looks down at his hands. You're gonna have to do a lot better to hurt me with that, Corvus.
He holds the sword up to you. Next time we meet, Mama's boy, you're dead. And just so you know, you're no brother of mine, traitor. He pushes you back.
At least we agree on one thing, you bastard.
I'm not the bastard. You are. Go wallow with the biomancers and the likes of my father and mother.
You just keep your promise.
I make no promise to you, and I make no promise to that person in this who you call mother. She's no mother of mine.
He just points over to Kat. You made a promise to her and her family.
I will save Lillian. That was my promise. My soul belongs to me. Not you, not her, not my mother. Me.
Your soul belongs to whoever Aor says it belongs to.
Why don't you ask Kat what the biomancers did to her? Why don't you? That'll give you a good idea of what I've been through, mister. I've had nothing. You think you have nothing? I had nothing. And then I had my dignity stripped from me.
You had everything.
I had nothing. I was sold like a slave, like chattel, so my father could be that. No, never again. I will not allow this. Why don't you ask my mother who she serves? And once you find out that his followers don't take a liking to your kind, you'll change your fucking tune. And before you even dare. You want to know why I sound like this? And he's pointing his sword at all of them. I screamed so much in agony from what Branson and Norlin did to me. It ruined my voice.
Well, I'm sorry that you'll never sing again. But why don't you leave before we get more into this.
Next time I see you, maggot, you're dead to me. You just dug your grave. Pick a side. Pick the side of a mother who would consign her own son's soul away in some celestial sail. So be it. I will uphold my promise to rescue Lillian from the biomancers, and then we are done. And he flies away in a huff.
Cat's having a fucking panic attack.
Roz is just gonna grab Cat and hold her.
I love you, Alex.
Love you too, buddy. No, that's
Okay.
okay. No worries. I was just being Corvus. That's just how he is.
Serious times. Just making sure. We've all had a week.
That was
so.
a wonderful scene.
Hi,
really
welcome, Raiders.
Hello,
Yes.
welcome, Raiders.
Welcome, Raiders.
I mean, we just got done yelling at each other in character.
Oh man, oh that was heavy.
Guess what song just came on my Spotify, by the way? The Critical Role theme song.
Hey.
I'm giving Nettle earmuffs again.
That's fair.
Mouse is just very pale and quiet and like Homer Simpsoning, like
Into
into the background where nobody will look at them.
Roz has Cat and she's stroking her hair and she's whispering, "You're okay? Everything is okay. It's going to be fine. You are fine. We will get out of here, and then you and I later we're gonna have a talk, okay? Everything is fine. Take deep breaths. You're here.
Cat's she's sobbing. She's incoherent. She's just clinging to Rosalind.
You're here. I'm here."
She's not saying anything. She can't say anything right now.
I imagine, Alex, that I don't feel any pain from when he broke my arms.
I'm gonna leave that up to you. Your
Yeah.
hands are broken. As of right now, you cannot use somatic components until you seek medical attention.
Fair enough. Yeah, I don't feel anything from that.
Whoa.
Were we able to like hear bones break?
Kruk Hazel, the ever observant one, probably did. Everyone probably.
you know.
I mean, my passive is pretty high. And I was
you
watching,
probably
so-
heard. You do the whole medicine thing.
So
Great.
I'm-
Would you allow me or Mouse to take a look at that?
He's not paying attention to you guys. He's just kind of walking off.
I
Okay.
am out of magic. I have a healing kit, though.
Gray, I can help you once you feel up to it.
He doesn't really make any motion that he heard you.
Yeah, it's fine.
Is he just like walking like off, or?
He's probably finding the nearest store to leave.
Oh, we should try to find Gregor, I guess.
Yes, Nettle. Where are your instincts taking you to find Gregor?
Where do her instincts take her, Alex?
Out of the Spire Keep.
Out of the Spire Keep.
And perfect timing as
Away.
you're about to leave the front door. The doors blow open. There's Gregor with a retinue of soldiers.
Boom, baby!
Nettle starts
I
to
just
like
picture
run
Cusco,
towards
like-
him.
What was that, Abby?
Oh, Nettle starts to run towards him as if she's going to like give him a big hug, and then halfway through she realizes what she's doing and like drops down to her knee and goes, "Oh, Sir Gregor, my lord, we did it."
And you see Sir Gregor is holding his side, and he's like, "Yes, Nettle, we did. You did it. I assume the Duke is dead."
Yes. Oh, let me help you with that. And she comes over. Play on hands.
Thank you, Nettle. I feel better.
I just learned how to do that.
Yes, we've worked very hard on that. I'm happy to see that. Is everyone safe? Is everyone okay?
Physically, for the most part. Is he still clutching his side?
He's clutching it a little less after Nettle healed him.
I think we might be in better shape than you right now, actually.
Yes.
What's the news?
Well, the Gedron's forces have agreed to surrender. They agreed to the terms, and we did lose some good people, but losses were minimal.
Do you think it was worth it?
Time will tell. If things improve for the people, yes. I would... Perhaps if we could quell Belorogrim's anger, prevent Belorogrim from burning the fields, perhaps we can establish some sort of better living for the folks here. And I have wagons of food being transported as we speak.
Why don't you sit down? We can find some place to sit. The Duke is gone, so there's, nothing super pressing right at this moment.
Yes. And
Mouse will look around for like a chair or something and like bring over. Like now they're in like healer mode.
You're able to find a chair and Gregor sits down. Are you sure you don't? And none of you need a rest? I'm sure.
Nettle tended to people quite well, as did Krukazel.
Roz looks at Cat. What's she
And
doing?
Mouse.
Oh, I could use a nap really bad right now, actually.
She can breathe again. That's a start. She's not.
Mouse
complete
hands Gregor some of their good berries that they still have.
All right. Well, one at a time here. We've got. All right. We'll let Roz and Kat do their thing, and then we'll go back to Gregor and friends.
Cat, do you need a break?
I'm okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay. She
She still has like one hand fisted in Rosalind's robe, but she's standing up on her own. So.
Okay. That's it. Next.
Okay. Next, Sir Gregor eats the good berry. Your group looks like you've been through hell and back.
Well, could have been worse. We all are still standing.
Yes.
And the Duke is not.
And he winces in pain.
I give him more. I have 10. So Mouse will just sort of like foist this like fistful of like healing berries.
No, please, no.
I don't need them, and you are. That does not look good. I'm sorry, I'm out of spells, or I would do more.
Gregor, I thought you were tough, and I'll punch him in the shoulder and cast Cure Wounds.
Thank you, Krukazel. I am, but I took a full barrage from a storm cannon.
Oh.
Yikes.
Those are not fun.
I think we did too.
Yeah, also the cannon hit the spire, knocked me over into a door.
I apologize.
Gregor.
I will speak with my artillery commanders about that.
It was just a one. It's probably fine. Just one wayward cannon shell. The Duke turned into a giant fleshy man dragon. That was pretty gross.
Excuse me, what?
Yes, what I just said. There's nothing more to it. Cat, do you have the thing that was on his
It's like on the ground. She points to it.
Yes.
By the star.
I don't think the star had anything to do with that.
I know it was rumored that the blood of the first king carried the blood of dragons. But this is not quite natural.
We've seen multiple things like this today, Gregor.
This is the biomancers.
It's Dr. Branson.
I never realized how severe their experimentation was, or how successful.
I don't know if you can call this a success.
True. He is... At least he's dead now.
Yeah.
Sophia.
Sophia's on her way.
Okay.
Did she fight with you in the battle?
She helped from within how she could. Like letting your group into the keep and she also was able to rally some people loyal to her cause. Little espionage, I suppose.
Well, that works.
Rosalind's like way better at espionage, by the way.
I'm pretty good, but that's okay. It's fine.
What were you going to say, Rosalind?
Oh, just that we managed not to kill her brother.
Robute's still alive.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, he actually turned around and helped us at the end, so I want to give some commendations there for what that's worth.
That is surprising. Robute was always very loyal to his father.
I think there's something about seeing your parent turn into some kind of dragon mutant might shake your faith a little bit. Yeah.
Indeed. Oh. And Sophia comes striding in.
Speak of the devil.
And here are the successful heroes of the occasion.
Roz casually steps in front of her dad's skull. So doesn't have to see it.
Reasonable.
And
hello, Sophia. There are 3 things that you should know.
Yes.
First thing, your dad turned into a crazy plush dragon, and yeah, you might want to go get checked to make sure it's not genetic.
You might want to get checked.
That's a very good point, Nettle. Very good. Thank you.
Just make sure it's not genetic, because I don't want that to happen to you, because you're cool. But then also we saw your brother. He's not dead. He is alive, and he's
Robute's still alive?
Oh yeah, that one too. But the other one. Yeah, the other one with the wings, and he's got a really gravelly voice. And
Corvus never had Corvus never spoke like that.
Well, he does now. But he said that he knew you, so
he's still alive? But no. No, father said he died long ago. That's impossible.
Great.
Your father's a fucking liar.
Yeah,
not to speak ill of the dead. But
third thing, my dog is a tank.
What was Gray gonna say?
Gray tosses the crown at her feet.
You don't have any hands.
You don't know that.
They're just broken.
Shattered, but he's got them.
And he's just gonna say,
it just hurts like a bitch.
Your father was a bastard, and so is your brother. And then he's gonna leave.
From what I was able to gather, I don't know anything about any of these people, but this Corvus guy apparently was sold by your father to be in experiments, and the biomancers did lots of really hinky shit to him, and it was real bad, and he is real angry, and it fucked up his voice, and that's why he is all gravelly. I don't want to say that he is okay, but he is alive and powerful. He's doing his thing. She kind of looks sideways at Kat because she doesn't know what's happening, and clearly Kat's involved in this.
It's fucking riddled with guilt.
Sophia looks very distressed as you're telling her all of this. This is y'all just dropped bombshells on poor Sophia. I think I need a moment alone. Excuse me. Your dog looks very fierce. Thank you.
Machine gun.
Does she acknowledge the crown at all?
Maximus
I don't.
Just standing there.
I don't want this. And she kicks it aside. I don't want this. If it's true, my father was a terrible man, and I don't want to be anything like him. I'm sorry. Thank you very much for all the work you did, but I need a moment. And she
that's fair. Take your time.
Quickly walks away, excusing herself from the situation.
Oh, that could have been.
I'll pick up the crown if she doesn't want it. I could use the AC.
I could use the AC.
Wait, so is she gonna have a skull face and a crown?
I suppose so.
I'm building an aesthetic.
I guess we should get out of here. There's nothing left for us.
Gregor, who owns the spire now?
Well, I do, but well, my duties are going to be split between here and, well, Thunder Bluff. And Nettle, I have a question I need to ask you.
Yes.
Due to you and all your friends' hard work, how would you like title? An estate holding noble. How does that sound to you?
Like Mr. or Mrs.?
No, like Lord and Lady.
Oh, Lord Nettle.
Baron. Well, you'd be Duke Nettle, technically.
Duke? Oh, Duke.
You could
Lord
also
and
do
Lady-
Duchess if you wanted, I think.
Duke
Lord
They
and
can get
Lady
Seems,
picked
however,
too.
Nettle prefers the just
She deserves to know all her options.
True. What say you, Nettle? So
But-
Dietmar would be able to help you out as a steward. I'd assign him as your steward. He'd be able to handle the day-to-day administrative activities. I trust him with my very life. He's been advising my family for 4 centuries now. And you'd still be able to do your thing, but you would be considered the Duke or Duchess of Balin.
What about
And-
Sophia?
Part of the terms of the surrender were that the Gedrons were to relinquish claim to the land.
If I take this, can she still stay here?
She doesn't have to leave. If you become the Duchess or Duke, you can make that decision. You can determine if you want her to stay or leave. I will leave
Could we
that up to
appoint
you.
her regent, or if Nettle wants to, could we appoint her regent?
I don't see why not. It wouldn't be a good move, politically, right away speaking. Perhaps
That's fair.
assign her a more,
Advisor.
Advisor?
perhaps a military advisor would be wise. You are going to be on the border of the Kovithian Empire, so you will need to ensure that you watch the borders carefully.
It sounds like a lot of responsibility.
It is.
Oh.
But you and your progeny, the Swiftfoot name will become forever known as lording over the
Randy,
Duchy
Lord of the
Balin.
Spire.
The spire of the first king would be yours to rule
Sir Gregor, give me one moment. Huddle up, guys. Okay.
from.
I just kind of
Huddle
like
up, everybody.
Football huddle.
I touch Nettle on the shoulder and I just give her like an approving nod.
Nettle, you got to admit, it's pretty fucking badass. And honestly, the key word here, if you're going to be a ruler, is delegate, delegate, delegate. You set yourself up some good people here, and you don't have to do shit, okay?
And honestly, if you need help, I feel like me and Rosalind were like born to be royalty, so
I would agree with that.
yeah.
Do you
Krukazil-
want it? Do you want it?
We aren't offered it.
Krukazil, you hear Nigel's voice. Oi, think about the tax revenue, mate.
God dang it! Fuck off.
Nettle, it is definitely a lot of responsibility and would be a lot of work, but you'd be able to help a lot of people too. All those people
okay.
we saw coming here, you would be responsible for.
That's a good point.
People who've been growing up in the Empire who can have a better life, I think, this way.
Okay, I'll do it. On one condition, I am allowed to turn the garden into a mushroom farm.
That is your decision to make. Nettle, if you would please approach.
I love her so much.
Sir Gregor pulls out a shield, and it has the symbol of the Yormoth Empire on it, a golden dragon. I, Sir Gregor, and the power vested in me by the Countess of Thunderbluff and the Council of Stars of High God, hereby do decree you, Nettle, the Duke or Duchess of Balin, and you and your progeny shall rule over this land and lord over it until as long as you live and as long as they live, lest Edict of Relief is filed against you.
Oh, okay.
This take this shield, as it will be a symbol of your status.
Ah, there it is, Rosalind. That's the thing we were talking about.
It's happening.
Now rise, Duke Nettle Swiftfoot.
Oh, this is so much better than a sticker.
And he extends his arms for a hug.
Oh yeah, bring it in.
I'm so proud of you, Nettle.
Cry.
And Sir Gregor, after they're done hugging, walks up to Raz. High God and these kingdoms could use some more halfling rulership and representation in the ruling class, I would say.
I think it's an odd choice to start with someone. She knows how Nettle feels about being reminded that she's young.
early on her journey, but she has a good team around her.
Yes, Dietmar will be really good in coaching about all of the courtly and day-to-day activities. She has you to advise her as well. I trust your wisdom and sage advice always. And
I appreciate that.
Hey, Deej, thanks for the subscription. Thanks.
Thank you.
Deej, yo, what up? And also Crew Kazel, Mouse and Cat seem pretty even-keeled as well, and Gray. Gray's. I haven't talked with him much, but he would help her probably provide a voice that I would not regularly hear.
I will say that Gray definitely has Nettle's best interests in heart, so I think it'll be okay.
And it's not uncommon for this to happen amongst nobility, for them to be elected at young. Heck, if my mother had keeled over when I was a wee boy, Victor would have been taking over around Nettle's age.
I don't understand how that works exactly, but it's not my world. It's yours.
It's not a world I revel in exactly, but I feel like Nettle is someone I trust. I know her heart is pure. I've trained her myself. And I think she and her and those who will come after her will be good for this land.
I would agree with that. Although talking about progeny to someone's child, that made me feel weird. Why'd you have to use that word? Couldn't you have said those who come after you or something like that?
It's just the.
I'm sure it's a
word.
script, but you gotta on the fly kind of improvise sometimes. Ooh.
I'm sorry. I get a little nervous during these ceremony things.
Do you? Why?
You don't want to mess up or anything, and plus
would not know the difference.
I'm still also bleeding from a machine gun wound, so I'm a little fuzzy-headed right now.
That makes sense. Can you take a rest, or do you still have duties?
I should probably rest.
I think
he looks over at the dragon skull. Fuck you, dude, Gedrin.
Yes, he's a real piece of shit. He had the worst breath imaginable. I mean, it was really stinky, whatever, but everybody else here just puking their guts out and trying to fight at the same time. They were slipping all over the place. It would have been hilarious if we weren't dying.
Are you okay? How are you doing, Rosalind, after all of that? That had to be quite something.
I'm doing... I have a lot of questions that are going to need answered, but and she looks down. She's been restored to full hit points. Her burnt robe has been restored. She still has her spell slots. She's like, I could go for round 2, honestly.
Tough.
You know me.
Always up for round 2. Hey!
Good night, folks.
That's been Chromatic Chimera. Bye.
Hey, Roz and Gregor have a very happy, I don't know what to call their
thing.
Their thing. There's no label on it.
They have a very happy and healthy arrangement.
Yes.
Yes. And they're very supportive of each other. So
you need to rest. Also, I think maybe you should go talk to Sophia.
Yes, she's going through a lot right now.
She is, and I think you would be the best person to support her.
I think perhaps you're right. I will go and make sure she's okay. Thank you again for all of your work. Nettle, you truly deserve this. And your group, Wolf Isagard, Inquisitor Wolf Isagard is waiting for you.
Wait, what?
The Inquisitor that you're doing the work for, that you are going to provide proof of the heresy. Yeah, see, if you have the documents and the proof, he's going to pay. Do keep in mind, and he looks at both the Tieflings and Rosalind, he's with the 6th Legion.
Okay.
Yeah, Mouse's face just, blanches. And they just, panic pop into human Mouse for a second. Or, I mean, not for a second, they stay as human Mouse.
Yeah. That's the idea.
Yeah, but they just sort of, are shaking their head, and they're like, oh, I don't think I should go and meet with this person. You should all go and do that without me, I will go and check on Gray and make sure he is okay. But if you could, can I see that letter we found earlier for a moment, Cat?
Sure.
I'm guessing the one pertaining to Jade, right?
Yeah, and Mouse doesn't even say anything, just takes it, tears it, and
redact.
Yeah, just tears it in half. So because Jade's name was only mentioned once.
Okay.
So they just make sure that the bottom half is done.
Yeah.
And they'll actually then cast mending on their half so that it's white, because it would actually clear off the ink.
Ooh, nice.
So their half is blank now, and they still just tear it up, and they just turn on their heel and start following out the door to where Gray was, and was just you should all go and do that together, and I will see you back at the camp later, okay?
Okay.
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 Roz will say a few words under her breath, and her skin will darken from this really unnatural pale white to more of a Caucasian white, and her eyes will dull a little bit, and the pupils go down and out to become rounds. And she goes, "Okay, I'm ready. Don't know what all that fuss was about."
I feel like I really missed something here.
Yeah, me too. But all right, here we go. Money.
So standing kind of in the courtyard is this individual in armor, and under their arm, over and under their armor, they wear.
Do I walk out and he's right fucking there?
Oh yeah. Over and under his armor, he wears these red robes, and on his chest is the symbol of the Empire of COVID. Like a bright sun.
They're the racist ones, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
That's where Mouse is from.
He wears
that opinion.
He has a pointed helmet that is covered, pointed covered helmet. The pointed helmet giving away his Inquisitor status.
We got another subscriber.
Yay, B-Bars! Yes,
you.
check out Power Outage. There we go. Check out Power Outage. Slung over his shoulder, he has a large crossbow, and he also has a mace slung to his side. He has a book on a chain as well, and he takes the mask part of his helmet and flips it up so you can see his face, and underneath is this weathered face with brown eyes and well-kept facial hair, well-kept blonde facial hair. Very. You are the ones that I've heard so much about from this Sir Gregor. Said you would find me proof of heresy in the Kovithian Empire's own territory. 9.
Mouse would have just frozen whenever they enter the courtyard. So if you're all right behind them, they are just not moving.
I'll brush past
Just
Mouse.
edge in front of
Yeah.
Mouse. So good.
Yeah, sorry I overheard. Sir Gregor said we'd give you stuff, said we're super competent and would definitely have things, and you should give us lots of money, right? That's what he
Yeah, proof of the heresy.
Yeah.
said. Oh, we
I
got
dropped-
that in spades.
Drop the dragon head in front of him.
Well, this is something. May I take this and bring it to my superiors?
What do my instincts tell me? Should I let him take it?
I
does
will
he
pay
sketch?
you 1,000 gold pieces.
He can have it.
Stamped and minted in the Kovithian Empire, the best coin you will find.
Do you even want to know what it is? I think it might be worth a little more.
What is it? Pique my interest. I've seen many things in my time.
That's the Duke's head.
Is it really?
Uh-huh.
What proof do you have this is the Duke's head?
Oh, well, we cut it off of the guy, and we have a cat.
All of us who can vouch for it, and Sir Gregor and Sophia.
Roz points to the crown.
Also this, yeah.
Yeah, I see. I will pay you an additional 500 gold pieces for that information. The Duke is a dirty heretic and does not belong under Kovar's light, and he will rot in the hells for what he's done.
Okay,
Rob.
and then we also have 1, 2, 3, 4 handouts.
For these documents will fetch you, 2,000 gold pieces as I agreed with Sir Gregor.
So a
So that's
total
500
of
for each.
3,500.
3,500 gold pieces minted in the Covithian Empire at the Covithian Federal Reserve.
I look to the others to make sure they're on board.
Is money.
And well, I must say, this work is quite impressive, especially for non-inquisitors. I will tell you what. Gregor was right. You are very effective for Hagadi. If you are ever looking for more coin, the Emperor is always willing to pay for those who seek out heresy and destroy it where they find it. Come to Urgovel. There's heresy there, in the White City.
What kind of heresy?
False goddesses. And I have it on good information. This false goddess is the daughter of Duke Gedrin.
Hold on. False goddess, wait. Do they have a name?
Mylane.
Mylane.
They are worshipping some angelic being known as Mylane in Urgovel, in the Emperor's glorious territory. As long as the light touches this territory, I will not allow heresy.
Man, this family is all kinds of messed up.
Here's the thing.
Okay, Inquisitor, one moment,
second.
please.
Here's the thing. I believe in religious freedom. Worship whoever you want, as long as you're not hurting anybody. It doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
However, she is related to the crazy dragon dude, so I sort of feel like we should check it out.
Yeah, at the very least, we could investigate. Maybe we don't have to murder her and deliver her head on a stick. But
that is also where Dr. Branson was headed, I believe.
Okay, we'll take the job. Yeah, okay. Yeah, yes, everyone, we're taking the job.
Well, I will pay handsomely for your help. We have an away camp set up outside of the White City, outside of the Chard Land. Head northeast, northeast of the Shivering Wood, northeast of the Stones of Autumn. There you will find us in the Partridge Vale.
I'm sorry, the what? Vale? The what now?
The Partridge Vale, you know, Urgovel used to be ruled by the Partridge family. What, you don't read history? I swear.
Are they a family of bards?
Why are you making that face? You know what? It's okay, Kat. We are talking later.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult you. It's very common knowledge that the Partridges was the ones who ruled before they've, for lack of a better term, deposed. And that's when the Emperor in all of his glory stepped in to protect that territory from anarchy and chaos.
Why were they deposed and by who?
Their own people. They were partaking in heresy.
How were they partaking in heresy? What did they do?
Well, they were seeking the likes and the aid of heretics. For what
Which
purpose?
heretics?
Well, it's not my job to know. They are gone. The Partridges are dead. They don't rule Urgovel anymore. The Emperor does, and his governor rules.
But do you know if the heretics they were searching out for might have been biomancers or?
I'm not completely sure. If you're interested in biomancers, I highly recommend you go and find yourself a steam priest.
That's valid.
They are more nasty towards them.
Okay. Yeah. We'll go We'll go investigate Mylane. I'm like looking at the others like, yeah.
When you reach ZOA camp, I will pay for about 1,000 gold pieces. And upon completion of the job, 5,000 for the slaying of the Banefire dragon.
It sounds like I'm like looking at the others like, yes, good, sounds like a deal.
And then an additional 2,000 if you bring me Mylane.
Yes, we'll negotiate costs when we do the work for you, upon how hard it is. Now, we have some other things to tend to. I greatly appreciate your patronage, but we've had a long day.
I can understand. Hunting heresy is tiring work. I do not mean to keep you. I merely just want to make sure you are compensated properly for your work.
Thanks. And I'm going to actually head all the way back up to the throne room. I'm just going to turn heel and take off.
The Emperor protects.
Yes, you and to you as well.
Aye.
And also you.
And with your spirit. Auf Wiedersehen.
Okay. Yes. She'll just like kind of nod a lot and back up and then turn and kind of skitter off after Krukazel.
Yeah, we're going after Krukazel.
All right. Mouse, you went to go check on Gray, you said?
Yeah, but they are very scared of this Inquisitor, so they will go in, like, with everybody for a moment and, like, literally just sort of, like, peek at the door and wait until he's gone.
Yeah, he's gone after he says,
like, keep looking for Gray.
After he says, Auf Wiedersehen, he turns around and he's just like, the Inquisition will be pleased.
I don't like him. I feel like we're about to depose an emperor at some point.
I feel dirty.
He's just got like a head and he's just
Easy
like,
having
he's just like
Gross.
talking to the head. The
Yeah.
Inquisition will be pleased.
No.
And he's just like, you're free world.
Hail Hydra.
Yeah. Mouse is, like, definitely, like, Scooby-Doo, like, around the corner, like, waiting until he's gone.
Yep, he's gone.
Alright. So then I will go and try to find Gray to check on him, because I wanted to give him some time, but he should probably not be, like, totally alone right now.
Gray, can Mouse find you, or are you hiding real good?
I could roll stealth.
I mean,
Up to
I'm
the
just leaving this
dice.
up to you if you want to be spotted or not. It's up to you.
He's not actively trying to hide.
Okay, so
He's
if you're not
kinda
actively
wandering around.
all right, if you're not actively avoiding Mouse, then if you're saying that, then I'm gonna say Mouse can find you.
Oh yeah. I mean, I definitely walked outside in front of the Inquisitor and then like left without paying him any attention. So we'll see how that went.
Well, I mean, you're still here, so...
Mhm.
Mouse will, come over and, like, you know, make sure they're not sneaking up on you at all. Because I don't know if Gray seems like he's really responsive to his surroundings right now or not.
Yes and no.
Alright. So kind of like the way you would like a wounded animal, Mouse is like really slowly approaching, and like before they get right there, they'll start like talking to him and just be like, "Oh, you ran off before, Krukazel, or I could look at your arms. Do you need some healing?"
Probably. I don't really feel it.
Okay, I don't have spells left, but I still have some of these berries. They should help at least ease the pain. And Mouse like goes to give him some and then realizes his hands are broken. Do you need the like sort of gesture? Like, do you want these?
Nez can come out and grab it in his little teeth and then
Go and like feed it to Gray. Okay. Well, I have my healing kit, so I will take that out and do what I can to like, you know, just sort of like splint the hands and stuff. Do you want me to make a medicine check? If Gray will let
so
me.
he's not going to allow you to pull up his sleeves.
Oh, okay. Do you like pull back or something?
Yeah, he kind of just brings his hands to his lap and he's like, I'm sure they'll heal sooner or later.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I, did not mean to, assume you wanted the help. Sorry. But you should do something to help better. The berries aren't going to do much.
Well, once I get my own magic back, I'll do what I can.
Okay. How are you doing?
Well, who knows, really? I don't really have dust-ups with family much.
This is not a fun thing.
But as long as he and I are 100% positive on where we stand with each other, then makes things easier.
No, I don't think there's much space left for doubt after that.
I should probably talk to Akira at some point, but perhaps not tonight.
What will you say?
No, I'll just ask her questions. Whether she responds or not, I don't know.
Does she usually respond?
She responds when I seek her out. I've never known her to not answer my questions before, but maybe I just haven't been asking the right questions.
Maybe. I know that, it is not easy when you find out, your family is not who you thought they were. So, I just wanted to let you know that, I mean, I don't understand, but, you are not alone in having a not great brother, I guess. So if you need to talk about anything, I will be around.
Mouse, how close have you ever come to starving to death?
If I had not met Sancha, I certainly would have. This condition I have, it makes it hard for me to, eat sometimes, all the time, and I don't really get the help from food that most people do. So if I had not learned how to cast these spells, and they just sort of keep holding out like the couple of berries they have left, I would have died even if I would have starved even if I could eat, even if I had food to eat. So I know what that is like, Gray.
Not starving to death was probably my one motivation in life. And then I met my mother, and she took me away from that. Didn't ask for anything. Just promised me I wouldn't starve to death. Maybe I should have asked if there was any sort of reciprocation needed. So when she asked me to find Corvus, I, of course, said yes. I think I was about to starve and meet Aor when she found me. It was that dull gnawing in the stomach. The kind that even if you do eat, doesn't really go away.
It's always there.
I had it for 20-something years until I met my mother. And then it was a new hunger. It was a hunger for something that I hadn't had before. It was a hunger for, how do I put it? Attention? For compassion. I think that was even more scarce in Verdred than the food was. It's not something you can fill up on. And so that hunger's always there. Instead of the dull throb in your stomach, it's this kind of moves his sleeves up and kind of just touches his chest. It's this dull yearning right here. And it's not something that you realize you need until someone actually gives it to you. And that's what starvation means to me now. I have the money for food. That's not a concern anymore. And the new hunger is finding compassion when you never had it before. There's no pain that I feel that really compares to the thought of not being able to have that anymore. But we're all very tired, and I went on a tangent.
Oh, no, not at all. I mean, finding out these things about your mother and Corvus doesn't undo any of the good that she's done for you until now, or what that means. But I know that it is hard to know how to face this new truth about somebody that you've trusted and cared about.
He's gonna like turn, and he's gonna like, and Nez is gonna kind of come out and just kind of balance on his knee. He's gonna like stare at Nez for a little bit. He kind of nods, and Nez is all squeaky and like he's talking almost.
This is politely like looking away, like when somebody's on the phone, like talking in another language or something, and you're like, okay, this isn't for me.
And then Nez is gonna go back up into his. Well, Nez is of the opinion that I'm perhaps being a little dense in regards to my arms. Are you able to help, perhaps?
I can help at least a little. I can't cast anything right now, but I've got some things for pain, and I can set the bones so they will heal better, and you'll be casting, guiding bolt spells at monsters again in no time.
Yes, I can't actually feel any of the pain at the moment, but Nez tells me that is a curse and not a blessing, because I will never truly know when they are fixed. He is a very, very wise little rat.
Well, if you need some help, I will do what I can, at least until we go find Crookhazel, maybe, and he can do something a little more permanent.
I'm sure whatever you're going to help with will be fine. And so he's gonna kind of just sit back, and his sleeves are just gonna sit on his arms, and he's just gonna allow you to move them.
Okay, I'll pull out my healer's kits, and, I assume there's, some, woods for, splints and, wrappings and things, and I'll guidance myself for the medicine check that might be about to happen real quick, and, I will, roll up his sleeves and try to do what I can to set the broken bones.
And, Alex, did you want to describe how they looked?
That's something that is up to you. If you want to describe them, I'll let you describe them, but I can describe them if you really want me to.
I do. I would like to leave that to the DM.
All right, sure. So Gray pulls back his sleeves, and you see hands, besides the hands that have been crunched by Corvus's gauntlet, you see these mangled, emaciated hands they look as if they've been tread upon his whole life. They are cracked, and the skin's just cracked around them. Little in the cracks, radiance pours out from deep within these cracks. And the hands, they look as if they're weak, and even before Corvus broke them, they look like they were almost not completely vestigial, but almost vestigial.
Like atrophied, maybe?
Atrophied. That's a good word. Thank you. Atrophied. Yes.
And what, just to add, like most of it is covered in black bandage, but you can still see some of the skin through where there's not bandage covering.
Yes. So that's what the arms look like.
Oh, Mouse will like sort of pause for a moment. But they will try to, not like register, the shock too much, because they know that they would maybe not like that themselves too much, and they'll try to just sort of do what they can to heal the broken bones, and if they can, they'll apply things for pain and stuff, even though Gray said that it was not bothering him, and they have an idea now of why that might have been. And they will just very quietly, but quickly, clean everything up and stitch it into place. And then they'll just sort of roll his sleeves back down for him, and just say, "Yeah, you'll be good as new soon, Gray."
I'm sure I will be. Thank you. He just kind of like lifts his arms up with the sleeves, and he's just like, that's what happens, really, when you just ask for help and everybody ignores you.
So, I think you have found some people who will not ignore you now, Gray. They'll help with everything.
Yes, we'll see what Mother has to say.
Why don't we go find the others now? I bet Krakezel can finish this up better than I did.
No, we'll keep it the way it is. I think even Nez can't begrudge me that now.
Okay.
No, shut up. I said you can't begrudge.
Alrighty. So, Krakezel, you said you were going to the throne room, correct?
Yeah, so you said it had, like, stained glass windows?
Yes.
Can I, like, crawl up to, like, a broken one?
Sure.
And just kind of sit on the windowsill?
Yeah.
Cool, and I'm just going to look in the general direction of,
the world.
just Dragonfrost. Like, just the direction. Obviously, it's way too far away to see, but...
South.
Yeah, sure. So I'll sit on the south, and I'm going to cast, like, Sleet Storm around myself. And just kind of sit there and just be with my thoughts for a while. Just inner monologue. It is a little different seeing someone interact with their siblings and having this like rough relationship when all Krakezel wants to do is like go back and see his sibling. So that's kind of what he's thinking about.
Okay.
That's
it. Anyone else got anything to do before we...
Nothing that wouldn't take a long time.
Yeah, anything we wanted to do would take too long.
Okay. Well, hopefully we can get to it next time then. I really hope so.
You survived.
I'm so fucking tired, but also like I don't want this game to end.
I know. I'm like...
I'll be honest with you, I forgot we were streaming. I thought it was just us.
No, we're streaming. We're streaming.
Still online.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. I forgot y'all were there. I didn't see you there.
So, okay, hold on to those thoughts because I know they can disappear in 2 weeks. Feel free to DM them to me if you don't want me to forget about them, and I'll put them right in my notes and we'll do it right away.
It only took 22 episodes to get any Gray backstory.
I have been so curious about his hand.
It took 22 episodes and a new character, but damn it, we got it.
So the next time on SteamSpell, we will be back on, oh lordy, the 12th of February, and then the Star Touch will be determining where they want to go next. To Fenhold.
Valentine's Day episode.
Each day,
Oh,
each
yeah.
episode.
Oh, we could do a lovey-dovey episode, I suppose.
Oh, that'd be awkward.
For Valentine's Day, we all get our hearts ripped out.
Oh, but that just
Love
happened.
it.
All of our hearts get swapped, and we have to play as the other people.
Oh gosh.
So we just get Freaky Friday.
Here's my drama. Enjoy.
So okay.
Yeah, I'm busy next.
All right. So next time we're not doing Valentine's Day episode. The party, the Star Touch will determine if they want to go west to Fenhold to pursue Nora, Lynn, and Jade, or if they want to go northeast into Ergovel and to Partridge Vale to help out the Inquisitors with the Banefire Dragon and chase down Branson, who was also heading to Ergovel. Or I'm not gonna say you have to do that. Y'all could just fuck off and do your own thing. Like
It's true, we could go to the beach.
Just peace.
So anyway, thank you everyone for joining. Thank you everyone who subbed, cheers the bits.
Yeah, it was really great
Inspiration.
tonight.
That's
so
why
much
we
for
live.
the koalas
Saved our
tonight.
asses.
Kate's
Yes.
donated like $43.
That's like 8
ridiculous.
koalas.
That's amazing.
Mhm.
That is so many little koalas and emus.
Beamer's back at it again. Absolutely killing it.
Yes.
Thank you, everybody. Seriously.
Yes, and thank you for dealing with my weird dragon noises, and my terrible German accents that gave some people.
Oh, I think you did wonderfully.
So we're gonna go around. We'll talk about who we are, what we do, what's gonna be happening on the Chromatic Chimera. We're gonna start with Mouse over here in the corner.
Oh, hi. I am Sam. You can find me on Twitter at @TheSamWisest. I am SamWise_GameG. Here on Twitch, I'm a TTRPG streamer and disability advocate. In addition to SteamSpell, you can see me next Wednesday in Agora's Bells. I will also be in Elsewhere on Tuesday, and Monday is the premiere of No Initiative's new Eberron set game, Dead Skies by Night. I am super excited for my cinnamon roll of a druid. They're gonna burn everything. It's gonna be great. Also, service dinosaurs. Just putting that out there. That's gonna be a thing that happens.
Yay!
You could also see me over at Heroes Without Limits. Starting next month, I'm going to be DMing a Dark Crystal themed 5e D&D game called Tales from Thra, and I am super excited for that. And on Monday, February 10th, I'm going to be guesting in a one-shot over on the Scraticus Academy, so check that out.
Yay!
And I think that'll be it for me.
Megan.
Hello, Alex.
Hello.
Viewers. My name is Megan. I'm a nerd. You can find me on Twitter at Megan is a nerd. Come hang out with me. It's a good time. You will see me next here on the Chromatic Chimera on Tuesday, February 4th of next week, where I will be playing the Lavati on in Elsewhere, Lucy's wonderful game. And then also before our next SteamSpell, I will be doing a little Scarred Lands mini arc on Roll the Roll. Not sure what I'm doing there yet, but come hang out with me. It'll be a good time. Thank you.
Righty. Ryan.
Hi there, I'm Ryan. You can find me on Twitter at The Simulacre. You mostly find me here as Gray, the Tiefling Warlock of the Celestial, on SteamSpell, our wonderful drama comedy actual play. Aside from that, on Sundays, I will also be doing some Scarred Lands over at Roll the Roll going forward, playing a amazing druid artificer ratfolk gerbil person named Cece. He's amazing. And besides that, I have my own thing called Sims Character Creations, wherein I compose short themes, musical themes for people's TTRPG characters for commission. Also, I do narration and voiceover and stuff like that. And those commissions are going to be opening up very soon because I'm finishing up what I got. So if you're interested, hit me up and I'll see what I can make for you.
Just to clarify, your Scarred Lands is going to be the Sunday game, right?
Yes.
Abby.
Wow. Man, this was a busy month. Next month gets a little less busy. We're still setting up for, bringing on new games. So, the biggest change is going to be that Table Talkies is going pre-recorded. It's no longer going to be live. It'll be pre-recorded and uploaded on a consistent day every week. And yeah, we've got Elsewhere on this next Tuesday, but then after that we have the Excellence and then Kobolds and then the Excellence again.
Okay, Chris.
Hello, I'm Chris. I am the backbone of SteamSpell. Just kidding. I'm Chris. I'm one of the co-founders, and I run Agora's Bells next Wednesday. So come check that out if you like dungeon crawls with lore and RP sprinkled throughout. Come on by. We've got some great characters, and we're gonna kind of dive into some of the lore that's been going on behind like the main mystery quest throughout the 22 episodes or so. So come on by for that. I'm also in Elsewhere next Tuesday. Really excited to play my Golden Retriever High Elf. And hopefully count Alex's character. So that's what I got.
Hi, I'm Alex.
Did you do Lucy?
Oh, Lucy,
No,
holy
you
shit.
forgot me. How dare you?
It has been a day. I'm sorry.
It has been a day. It's fine.
It's okay. Go ahead.
I'm Lucy. I'm Bluebird Draws on Twitter. I draw a lot. Mostly D&D characters. I play Brennan Winlielo over on Agora's Bells. Come watch the wrong turns. Be really bad at doing things. It's a good time. We make such terrible decisions. I am the DM of Elsewhere, which is happening on Tuesday. I have very tentative plans to run a one-shot with a custom system. I'm not sure when that's going to happen, but putting positive energy out that it will one day. And I have a podcast called Odyssey Exploration and Research. The next episode comes out on the 1st of February. Stuff is starting to really, really start moving forward in that. And I'm excited to share it with everybody. And that's it.
Okay, not forgetting anyone this time though. Hi, I'm Alex. You probably found me here because you know me on Twitter as Mr. Puddins. At Mr. Puddins. That's me on Twitter. If you like talking about RPGs or me posting memes all the time, go ahead and give me a follow and you can watch me talk about why alignment's a lazy storytelling device. I am obviously the DM of SteamSpell, if you haven't noticed. The next game, as I said, will be back on the 15th of February. I think, yeah. Is that what I said, or did I say the 12th?
12th.
I want to make the 12th of February. That's right. The 12th on a Wednesday. We'll be back with episode 23, and we'll see what the Star Touch get themselves up to and what trouble they get into. I also play in Elsewhere, as a lot of people have mentioned. I am playing Gabriel Moonshadow. If you want to see me be more edgy characters, yes, and I killed more characters. Killed more.
Hey, we're tied. We're tied.
No, I killed one more than you. We have a friendly rivalry going on. If you do enjoy hanging out with us, we have a Discord. All of the wonderful item descriptions and whatnot, you can find that stuff there in the handouts. You can go and look at those there. And also, along with that, we are going to be picking up some new games. Keep your eyes out for that. And we are going to be continuing to do Chromatic Koala up until the end of the month. So if you've got bits or subs, do so now before we go and raid our good friend's Dice Priory. We're going to go see Zaddy because Matthew Foreman has officially stated I am his favorite child.
Aww. I'm jealous.
Get at me.
Now
Zaddy, we're coming.
Now I have more family issues. Thanks.
Enjoy. They're amazing people over at Dice Priory, and when you get there, just put in the chat Cold Fusion. Chase will get it. Just do Cold Fusion. Chase will get it. So enjoy your evening.
It's an inside thing.
Thank you, everyone. It's a StarCraft 1 quote. Enjoy your evening, everyone. It's been lovely. You're wonderful fans, and I thank you for partaking in this story with us.
Bye.
So, toodle doodles.
Bye.
Toodaloo.
Bye, friends.